All right, it looks like we are live. We are good to go. How's everyone doing today? How is everyone's night turning out? Let's see here. How you guys doing today? We got in the chat so far. So we got Ghost. What's going on, man? Hey, what's going on, man? I'm doing good, man. How are you doing today? Virgil Hill, good to see you again. Black Brick, what's going on, dude? Billy Moto, what's going on, dude? Tyrone Dinkles, what's going on, dude? How you feeling? Anthony Mouse, I don't like this channel for the giveaways, probably never win one. Actually, you actually could. You'd be surprised how many first-time shoppers actually do win. But, that's a great thing about, living in the great old US of A. You are free to leave if you so choose. No need for haters here today. Concerning and Sweet Official, hi, how you doing, man? Akrai, what's good, man? What's poppin'? Queso Gang, how you feeling? Let me guys know. Let me know how the audio is coming in as well. Just want to make sure that we are, we're good. We're copacetic. Audio is nice. Cutter, yo, what's going on, dude? Good to hear from you again. Casper, what's going on? Good God. Dude, I'm super stoked for this stream today. Rip Fuso, what's going on, dude? Hoping to get an AAP01 for Christmas. Oh, interesting. That's a very good question, actually. That is a very good item to wish for Christmas, actually. That'd be pretty sick, right? Open up Christmas box and there's your AAP01. I think I actually talked about this last time, but we were talking about what would you like as an airsofter to get for the holiday season, right? And for me, I always thought guns, but I was always curious just to see what would be your dream guns to get for Christmas for the holiday season. Cool live stream. Thank you. Appreciate it. Much would be super appreciated too, concerning and Sweet Official, if you were to go and leave a big old thumbs up on this live stream and share it around with as many people as possible. That goes for pretty much everyone. If you guys can, do me a big old favor, smash that motherfucking like button and then share this around with as many people as you possibly can. Let's get all eyes on this, right? Let's get all eyes on this live stream. All right, thanks. AAP01 is sweet. No, that's what I'm saying. Nathan, what's going on, dude? Good to see you from Storm. What's going on, bruh? What's going on? Super excited to be here today. We'll get started in 3 more minutes. We'll officially begin the stream. Go over the promos because I got you guys. I want to help you out as much as I possibly can. And then we'll go over everything else, and then start answering all your lovely Airsoft questions. Cutter Airsoft, are there bonus entries tonight? There are going to be promos, so you can get bonus entries in for tonight. Absolutely, Cutter. You are able to get bonus entries in for tonight. That is going to be an absolute. In 1 or 2 more minutes, we'll go ahead and officially begin. And remember, guys, share this around with as many people as possible. Let's get all eyes on whether any newer players, right, just getting into it, maybe someone that's potentially interested in getting into Airsoft, right, but hasn't started. Let them know to go ahead and swing by this live stream, ask their Airsoft-related questions. This is definitely the place to do it, right? I don't get tired of answering certain questions, right? Even if they are, considered quote unquote repetitive. I don't care. It's because someone's asking because they probably don't know, right? That's the whole point. There's no dumb question, really. Right? Got a cart full and waiting. Cutter, smart man. If y'all don't know, Cutter has been a long-time supporter and watcher of the live streams and of our content, of course, right? Awesome guy, but he's smart. He knows to go ahead and place his orders during these live streams because that's the best opportunity for you guys to increase your odds of winning the next shopping spree giveaway. The drill kit I saw on the website made me laugh a little bit. I know what you're talking about. There are a ton of different kits that exist out there for the AAP. It's insane how much stuff there is. In terms of just kits for it and more parts. In fact, if anything, stay on the tune on the website. More parts actually for the AAP1 should actually be going live tomorrow. They were supposed to go live today, but unfortunately, website delays, right? So they should be live first thing in the morning. So you should be able to go and see them as well. Very cool parts from TTI and also from Atlas Custom Works as well. So very cool. Casper, bro, I'm so sleepy. Took Miss Casper out for sushi dinner, and I'm stuffed with sashimi. Ooh, dude, that sounds delicious. That sounds absolutely delicious, Casper. Sounds awesome. All right, well, with that being said, it is now 7:35. All right, guys, I want to go and begin the stream. Welcome to another episode of the No Flight List live stream. My name is Isaias, and I'm going to be your host for tonight's live stream. You guys saw the title of the live stream. You guys see it all for yourselves. Watch to secure the dub. Now, what exactly am I referring to when I say the dub? I'm talking about the shopping spree giveaway live stream that we do. For those that don't know, for already my first-time viewers out there, first of all, big old shout out to you guys. Thank you. It actually really does mean the world to me that you guys go out and support the Mayo Gang, support the channel by watching. Again, if you haven't already, make sure to go out and leave a big old thumbs up and make sure to subscribe too. It really helps the channel out. We'd love to go ahead and put all this amazing content out there for free, so it really helps when you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But for every $20 order that you place, you are automatically entered into our weekly shopping spree giveaway raffle, right? We do it every Thursday, right? Every Thursday, we start the live stream at 5:30, right? And then we announce the winner at 6:30. Now, that is a cutoff for all entries to be entered in, right? Now, from 6:30 that Thursday to the following Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, all those orders placed on that time frame are going to be essentially your raffle ticket into this awesome giveaway, right? Now, originally we started off the prize pot at $600. However, it has been stacked because the winner of the last giveaway, probably thought the same thing as one of the viewers from earlier probably thought, right? There's no way that I'm going to win, right? It's impossible for me to win. And he didn't show up. And sure enough, his name was called. He wasn't there. And the prize ended up stacking. It stacked to now $1,200, which you guys can win. Absolutely. You guys have a chance at winning. But all you got to do is place your order through Airsoft GI. $20 or greater, that's literally all it counts. However, during this live stream right now, because I got you guys, I want to help you guys out as much as possible. Any order placed before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, that's going to be the end of the live stream. So when the live stream ends, this promo is going to end too. We'll receive 5 entries into the shopping spree giveaway for every $50 spent, right? So what does that mean? So let's say you spend $50, maybe $60, right? As long as it's $50 minimum, you're going to be getting 5 entries as opposed to just the traditional 1, right? If, say, you get up to $100, right, because that's 2 50s, that's 10 entries. 150, that's 15. 200, that's 20. You guys get the idea. Think multiples of 50. You'll be getting 5 entries per, right, which is pretty freaking sweet, right? It's a very easy way for you guys to stack your entries into the giveaway, right? Now is absolutely the opportune moment for you to place your orders through Airsoft GI and get everything you need. And actually, one of the things I would highly recommend that everyone pick up right now, if you haven't already, is going to be the Silver 20th Anniversary Mystery Box. The first one was super popular, right? Got a lot of people talking, and for good reason. The version 2 is going to be only for $155, right? $155. It's on, it's going to be a freaking sick box considering the price of it and the cost of all the guns that are here. Some of the grand prizes include the Wolverine MTW, the Archer's SP1 carbine, the MCX Classic Army LS12, right? The new KWA F90 Classic Army 249 SPW. Like, these are some banger airsoft guns in here. We got some Zion Arms, the R15, the PW9 Mod 1s. You got some really cool stuff in here. The XM177, Elite Force MP5K, the ENC M16. These are some cool throwback guns in here. Some ENL AKs. Like, you honestly can't go wrong with this. This is awesome. Some more KWA stuff. New Classic Army ENF guns on here. Like, there's a lot of good stuff on here, which you really don't want to miss out. Especially considering, the lowest costing prize which you can win in this box is like $175, right? $175. That's already $20 more than the actual cost of the box itself, right? So no matter what you end up getting, it's going to be a guaranteed dub, right? But normally it would only be getting you 10 entries in the shopping spree giveaway. However, because of the price, right, only during the duration of this live stream specifically will you be able to get 15 entries, right? So not only will you be winning a dope airsoft gun for minimum $20 cheaper, right? Minimum $20 cheaper, right? Minimum. But you'll also get 15 chances of winning $1,200 all for yourself, and the winnings are real. If you guys don't believe me, literally all you have to do is go onto our website, right? Go to the front page, scroll through the different banners up on the front right here. You might as well go ahead and shoot your shot and go for the glory, man. You might as well go ahead and shoot your shot and go for the glory, man. Go for the glory, right? You're never gonna win if you don't participate. So, with that being said, guys, make sure to take advantage of it, right? It's only gonna be live during the remainder of this stream. But this is a Q&A live stream, so if any of you guys have any airsoft related questions, feel free to let me know down in the live chat. Again, I've been playing airsoft for 14 years. While I never claim to be an expert in any one field, I definitely know a few things here and there when it comes to airsoft. So if you're looking for product recommendations for stuff we sell on our website, maybe my opinions on certain things regarding airsoft, if you're looking for suggestions, right? Again, especially if you're a newer player, I want you guys to feel welcomed. I want you guys to feel, this is a safe space for you to go ahead and ask your airsoft related questions. I'm not going to make fun of you for asking it. I genuinely do really want to help everyone out as much as I possibly can. Now, the only thing I will ask is that you put the letter Q right in front of your question when you put it in the live chat. It can't be the comment section. It has to be the live chat. It can't be the comment section. in the live chat, put the letter Q right in front of your question. It makes it a heck of a lot easier for me to see, right? Makes it a heck of a lot easier for me to see. Things can still get lost in the chat. However, I do my best to answer every single question that is posed to me. Sometimes it does take me a little longer. Just be patient. You're welcome to ask your question more than once if I haven't already answered it. But more than twice, we're just going to go ahead and put you on a timeout. We don't want to do that. It's not going to be fun for everyone. Just don't do it. Let's avoid that, right? Just be patient. I will get to your question as soon as I possibly can. And I believe that should be... oh yeah, almost forgot. Right. Not only that, but we have a ton of items that are, brand new, right? We literally just got a ton of new items in. Some new combos if you guys were looking for some banger deals right now, including the new Mayo Gang MGR 15, right? This bad boy went live a little bit earlier today. So if in case you ever wanted, right, the front end of an MGC4, right, one of the best high-end AGs you can get on the market, but you wanted the receiver and you wanted the gearbox of the R15 from Zion Arms, well, there you go. Normally people would say this unholy. No, this is this is blessed by the Lord himself, by the Mayo Lord himself, Cisco, a Mayo Gang fusion of an airsoft gun, right? This thing is actually pretty sick. I thoroughly fucks with this, right? We also have a ton of new stuff, these Ace Tech Genesis Tracer units. We have these available as well, the compact and the standard model as well. And again, way more stuff, so much new good stuff on here. Also, the KLI Baba Yaga 2, the sequel, part 2, part dose. Right, only going for 169. Literally, it's the same hard-kicking KLI Baba Yaga that you love. Updated internals and updated externals as well. Love this new comp that's on here. Lower accessory rail, right? And you do get the RMR plate on here as well. That is freaking sick. And again, it can take both CO2 and green gas magazines. An extended CO2 magazine is available, but you can use pretty much any high kappa magazine that you want, and it'll all work, right? So absolute bang of an airsoft gun. So much stuff that is available right now. So don't miss out. Remember, holidays have already started. Get your holiday shopping done now. Now, without further ado, why don't we go ahead and start answering some airsoft-related questions. Again, you're looking for product recommendations, you're looking for my opinion on stuff, or if you want to go ahead and ask me personal things as well. I'm very open. I'm not a I don't really care. I'm not a very private person. I do like to go ahead and answer questions and get to know you guys as well. One of the things too I wanted to ask as well, and I had asked this last time, and I'm very curious because again, holiday shopping is around the corner. What do you guys think are the most important things that, or I guess best things? Yeah, that's a better question. What is the best things that an airsofter can receive for the holiday season as a present? Right? Some people have said, gift vouchers. I say personally airsoft guns. But if you guys want to put in tactical gear, very specifically what you think a person would need to get started into it. Let's say, it's a brand new player wants to get into it. Future potential airsoft. What do you think are the most important things that they would need as a holiday present? I'm actually very curious to hear what you guys have to say. All right, let's keep scrolling through. What is going on here? Show off. Yara 12 Stones. What's going on, man? What's going on? Mayo Gang MGC4 Mark II Full Metal AAG with ETU rifle or Specna Arms Edge 2.0. Okay, and Chaos Bronze. Ooh, okay. Honestly, okay. Here's the thing. A lot of all the Lancer OEM stuff and Specna Arms are coming from the same factory. Now, with that said, the Specna Arms 2.0 are a fantastic option. They really are. They genuinely are a great airsoft gun. Now, with that said, you really can't go wrong with the Mayo Gang MGC4 Mark II, especially because they're actually confirmed right now that they actually should be arriving this Friday. By the end of this week, they should be arriving. They should be coming into quantity, so we should be able to go ahead and start sending them out as soon as possible. Pre-orders are scheduled to arrive this Friday, guys. If you haven't already, right? I'm gonna pull this up for you guys. Pull this up for you guys right here, right? MGC4s. All the models that are on pre-order right now should be coming in this Friday, right? You know what? Just for the sake, shits and giggles, I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the chat right now, right? So for all the MGC4s, especially the black and bronze, that's the one that I'm really excited about, the Mark II. But again, any one of them you really can't go wrong with. They're all amazing airsoft guns at the end of the day, right? It's just going to be a matter of individual preference, which one you think looks cooler, which one is going to tickle your fancy, if it will, right? I was going to say tickle your pickle. That's wrong. That's not, I don't know, intrusive thinking taking over. But yeah, no, I really dig the Mark II in black and bronze. I think this is the coolest looking one. We are scheduled to get those in by the end of this week, like I said. So again, if you haven't already, make sure to place your pre-orders. You want to be one of the first guys that gets these back in because they sold out. And for a good reason. These things were freaking awesome, right? So for me, for the money, honestly, it's a better deal to go with the Mayo Gang MG4 Mark II. Better range, better accuracy, and you do get just overall better performance too. And it's a piece of airsoft history too. I feel like that's something we sometimes forget. It's a piece of airsoft history as well. Got a 302 order in, so definitely we'll be watching Thursday night too. Cutter, my man. What is that, 30 entries? What is that, 30 entries, if I'm not mistaken? I show like 30 entries. You guys, Cutter right now has the best odds of winning these shopping spree giveaway. You guys can too. You can get those entries in. You guys have more than a shot, but you have to make sure that you place your orders right now and take advantage of the promo above my head. Don't miss out. You don't want to waste the opportunities, guys. Just get the one you want. Don't seek validation from others. You will always disappoint someone. That's kind of true. I can kind of see that, but let's see. I think he's referring to this question. Hi, Isaiah. So I went airsofting a couple months ago and got myself a 1911 as my first gun. Was that a smart choice? Rip Fuso, that is actually a very good question, man. I guess it kind of goes back to what Casper was saying. Is that something that you're happy with, right? When people come into the shop, right, they'll ask me, what do I think about this gun? What do I think about this gun? And I have my opinions for sure. But even when there are customers that want something that, I've said, they'll listen, they'll be receptive. I'll tell them like, hey, this might not be the most convenient option. Or sometimes I'll even tell them, it's not going to be, performing at the level that maybe you might be expecting it to. And most of the time, customers are like actually very perceptive about it, which I always appreciate. But sometimes you'll get the customer that, is very perceptive towards it. And picks up on what you're putting down, but is still like, I just really like this airsoft gun. I think this is the coolest. And I'll tell them, like, look, you don't have to seek validation from anyone, right? At the end of the day, if this is a gun that you want to go with, by all means, go for it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, right? Now, as long as you are made aware and you understand what, to really expect from your airsoft gun, you're not setting your expectations like, I'm going to buy this one because I think it looks the coolest and it's going to perform the best. That's kind of a problem. You know what I mean? Like, that's where the issues start to lie. If you go in knowing that the airsoft gun is going to, have a certain level of performance and you set your expectations right, then yeah, I don't think there's any problem. Or if you're just going for it because you really like the way it looks and you don't want to accept any sort of substitutes, then yeah, by all means, go for it, dude. Now, good thing for you, 1911 is a awesome airsoft pistol platform to go with, right? Now, when it comes to your very first airsoft gun, I don't normally recommend going with gas blowback pistols unless you're a dedicated indoor player only, and even then, I would normally recommend going with a high kappa as opposed to a standard 1911. However, I do like 1911s quite a lot. They are a very supported platform, specifically if you're going for a TM style one or a TM base style model, then yeah, absolutely. Magazines are plenty, aftermarket parts are plenty. We sell plenty of 1911 stuff, right? So yeah, I would say it's a very good platform. In general though, yeah, I would agree with Casper. Don't feel like you need to go ahead and get validation from anyone else. If you like what you got, man, by all means, rock on, dude. Like, seriously. I want people to feel happy about what they got. That's kind of a point of pride, you know what I mean? Do you guys feel that way too? That's a good question. Do you guys feel pride when it comes to your airsoft guns? Like when you put them out in the staging areas and you slay all your guns out and you see some people like kind of looking at your stuff, do you feel like kind of pride, or do you feel like, don't touch my stuff, right? Like for me, I actually do. I'm pretty trusting towards people. Like I understand, I've had my shit stolen before. Never really on the field itself though, strangely enough. But whenever I see people eyeing my stuff, I'm always like, hey, you want to take a look, right? Like, I have no problem when people are, like, looking at my stuff or they start asking me questions about my builds. I actually get very proud of it. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. All right, moving on. Answered that one as well. Let's see here. Make sure I'm put a cue for it. Thank you. Okay, this one comes from Ghost. Good to hear from you again. Isaias, my cousin is talking about going to Milson West next year, and he is joining NATO faction, but he is unsure if he should get the HK416 or Mark 18. Which one would you choose? All right, Ghost, I think it ultimately depends on who the manufacturer is generally. Now, Elite Force is going to handle the license for HK, right? So more than likely, even then, it depends on which one, right? There's a ton of different like Mark 18s that exist out there. It depends on like how much you really want to spend and what your expectation of the performance out of the box, just like any other airsoft gun, right? For Milson West, it doesn't really matter which of the two platforms you go with. At the end of the day, you could go with just like a random ass like AR, you know what I mean? With like, you know what I'm talking? You can go with something like one of these, right? Like dead ass. I've seen guys show up with this needle tail, right? Wait for this. I've seen guys show up with like guns, like airsoft guns, like these Lance Tacticals that have these alpha stocks, right? I've seen guys going with that, right? At the end of the day, it follows the rules because Milson West TACSOP specifically states that it has to be, an AR platform or something that NATO would use in terms of the platform itself. They didn't say anything about the accessories. You can put whatever accessories you want on there. right? And the stock, how it's configured, yeah, doesn't matter. It is still an AR platform. They can't tell you on anything else, right? If this thing were black and purple, which is the exact one that I saw at Milsim West, that's fine too, right? So it doesn't really matter ultimately between Mark 18 versus 416. It's more so like what you want to spend on it. 416s, because they are officially licensed by HK, you will have to spend a little bit of that HK money as well. Now, thankfully, for the 416s, you have the Elite Force, 416s that are OEM by VFC, right? Those are pretty dang expensive. And then you have the Elite Force competition versions, right? Elite Force 416. I think one of them might be on sale right now. Let's see here. No. They're okay. Actually, no, yeah, they are. One of them is on sale. The competition model in tan is actually discounted. That's a really good deal, actually. That is a very good deal. $239.19. Yeah, that's actually pretty solid, especially considering, like, even if you had were looking to get the Avalon one, most people still end up upgrading it anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I like the Avalon OEM one, or the VFC OEM one. I think they're cool, but most people usually end up changing out a lot of stuff on there anyway. So how much of the gun is really VFC at that point? I don't really know. I think their externals are phenomenal. I think VFC externals are really fucking good, But if you were looking for something that just has the overall aesthetic down, we're still going to have the official licensing, get the job done, and maybe even actually save you a little bit of poundage when it comes to its weight, then I would say these competitions are a solid option, even though this one's $259 right now if you wanted the solid black. For everyone out there, coupon code 20th, that's 20TH for 10% off your order. You're welcome. The only thing it doesn't apply towards is going to be mystery boxes and shocker deals. Everything else, you get an additional 10% off. You're welcome. Try it. Trust me. Right? But this would be an option that I would suggest as well. But for Mark 18s, there's a lot of different models out there. I've always said that one of my favorite Mark 18s that you can get on the market right now is literally... misspelled it. Mark 18. I mean, you can even just type Mark 18 and there's going to be like... Oh my god, there's going to be so many variations. Ooh, that one's pretty cool though. I like this one. Normally goes for $304. The Nemesis Gen 2 Mark 18, I forgot that we got this in, is on a shocker deal right now. Normally $304, it's on sale for $273.60. And because this is the Nemesis variation, you are going to be getting the ECS programmable trigger unit. That's actually pretty hype. That's really freaking cool. Right, so you can program this to shoot 3-round bursts, 5-round bursts, or semi-lock it just with the trigger alone. That's really cool. Like, that's objectively really, really freaking cool. But there's other versions too if you want to save a little bit of money. You can honestly go with something like, the Spectre Arms Core Series, right? This is if you're trying to look for like a Mark 18 Mod 0 as opposed to the Mod 1, right? You can go for something like this, right? $189, and it's solid. It'll get the job done. Really depends on what you're looking to spend. For me, my personal favorite out of all these, honestly, that classic army one's that's a freaking, that's a steal right there. But it would have to be the LT31, right? $209, again, you can get that cheaper. Coupon code 20th, 20TH, get 10% off this, right? This is going to be polymer receiver, but you are getting a full metal rail system, a Gen 2 build quality, so it's going to be a really, really easy base gun for you to start upgrading, but it's solid as is out of the box, right? Comes with a 9.6 little hydrate battery, basic wall charger, again, everything you need to just get out and start playing. If you're looking for a very first airsoft gun that was going to have that sort of, I want to say more Milsim-esque aesthetic, right? I don't like to use that term, but we'll go with it for now. Then yeah, that would be one that I would honestly highly recommend. Like, that's probably my top recommendation, right? But ultimately depends on what your cousin wants to do, Ghost. Really depends on what they like. Let's see here. On the realist of real talks, I need sand Viper mags, like bad. Yo, what's a homie do? I need sand Viper mags. Oh, okay. I know we have the pit Viper mags. Let's see. Sand Viper. They might be sold out. They might be sold out at the moment. I think they might be sold out at the moment. Go ahead and stay tuned to the website. We might be getting restocked on Sand Viper mags specifically, so just stay tuned. Stay tuned for that, Eli Taco. I know I've been getting a few requests for those. I think we might be getting some in. I'd have to double check, but I think there might be some. I'll if anything, El Taco, DM us and stay tuned to or stay glued to the website. We should be getting some because I remember them being there. I think they just might have sold out or something. It just keeps going through. Yes, I want a COD game. Let's go. Okay, nice, dude. Nice. Okay, answered that one. Or it keeps going through. I think we should be... Casper, need a glass of water. I don't know what's been going on with me. It's not COVID. I know that. I haven't been sick or anything. All right, those just been feeling really dry recently. Let's see. Answered that one as well. Okay, I think I saw... Okay, this one, yeah. Concerning N-Suite Official. What do you think of the ACU UCP camo? Okay. It's going to sound weird.
hear me out. ACU, yes, I can acknowledge that it is not a very, very effective camouflage, right? It's not. It's at the end of the day, it's not, right? Especially not if we're like for any of the dudes that were out there in the freaking Middle East, right? Like it just didn't really do the job that it was supposed to do, right? I think honestly most guys said that you were better off using Tricolor Desert at that point, which some guys were still using. Well into like the late 2000s, right? There were still some guys still using it. I think there are some people that are there still forced using? I think it's been completely phased out if I'm not mistaken, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that front. I'm not 100% certain. But when it came to ACU, I heard even guys would even take their ACU and just like immediately like try to dye it like sort of tan. I've seen a few like examples of guys that have taken theirs and dyed it, so it could be a little bit more of an effective camouflage out in the desert. However, I do think given the right circumstances, right, with the right pieces of kit, the right plate carrier, with the right PCU right on top with the right helmet, I think it is still a vibe. I kind of fucks with ACU. It's just a throwback, man. Like, it's just a total vibe. And I think the biggest thing that sold it for me was COD 2, like Modern Warfare 2, right? Modern Warfare 2, the Ranger campaign that you go through, that ACU camo, man, like, you can't tell me that when you look at the whole, like, at the Rangers that were there, like, that kit was kind of hot. It was kind of hot. Like, you can't argue. It was really freaking cool, man. I think in that setup, that is, like, one of the very few times ACU looks really, really good. I think that is one of the few times that ACU looks really, really good. Any other like set, I'd be a little hesitant to call it cool. I mean, again, if you guys are into ACU or UCP camo, by all means, go with what you like. That's the beauty of Airsoft. You can go with what it is that you like. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You make it your own, right? If you want to go ahead and recreate, this very specific loadout, then by all means go for it, right? But just don't let anyone tell you down or say otherwise, right? That's just my personal opinion. I like ACU in very specific circumstances, but I will say as a camouflage, I don't think it's the most effective. There are better options out there. Okay, make sure I don't miss anything. Okay. I think I'm caught up on all the questions. All right, sweet. Let's scroll down to the most recent comments and questions. Remember, guys, promo above my head is going to be ending at 9:30, so make sure you take advantage now and place your orders while you can. This live stream is going to be ending at 9:30, so even though it is, just barely turning 8 o'clock right now, time moves a lot faster, right? And before you know it, it's going to be 9:30 and the promo is over, right? And the opportunity for you guys to get multiple entries into this coming giveaway is going to end, so take advantage now while you guys can. Let's see here, make sure I'm not missing anything. Keep scrolling through. June, please be patient. I will be answering everyone's questions, so please show a little bit of patience, right? Do you ship to the Philippines? Yes, we do ship to the Philippines. We pretty much ship international. Granted, obviously, if it's clearly illegal to import airsoft replicas into a country, if you know this, then obviously there's not going to be anything we can do. Like we can ship the order, right? But if the order ends up getting like seized by customs or it has to get sent back to us, the customer is going to be paying for the cost of return shipping. We'll issue a refund, but we're going to deduct the cost of return shipping from that because we follow the rules. We shipped it out, but it's up to the buyer to know, understand, and follow all laws and regulations regarding the importation of airsoft replicas into the country, right? We don't make the rules. That's literally up to your country. And bear in mind, a lot of times there are additional duties and fees that are required to import said items upon receiving. So just keep that in mind. I know some people from Canada, are sometimes surprised that like, oh yeah, I have to pay this additional thing. What's going on here? Like, it's not us. Trust me, it's not going to us. Like, this is literally all for your government, right? This is what the government requires because they want to go ahead and tax pretty much everything that comes outside of the country. So just keep that in mind, right? If you do order international, I would say maybe do a little bit of research. But as far as the Philippines, we haven't had any issues with shipping to the Philippines. I think we've shipped a lot of stuff to the Philippines, honestly. We've had plenty of orders go to the Philippines. We haven't had any sort of issues, but again, just know and understand your local laws and regulations regarding airsoft. If not, then awesome. You should be able to, no problem. But again, that's up to the buyer at that point. Chan says, how long have you participated in Milsom West events, and do you have any openings on your team? Ghost, that is a very good question. I have been playing Milsom West events for about to be 5 years. About to be 5 years come this January. So in like 2 months, it'll be 2 months, November, December, January. Yeah, in like 2 months, it'll be 5 years. It's been very, very cool. It's been a fucking journey, actually. Like, I've been doing this for 5 years. That's awesome, right? When I look back, it's like I've had like really, really cool memories of playing Milsim West events. And honestly, like, I'm looking forward to like another couple years. Like, I don't think I'm ever really gonna stop Milsim West. I'd have to be like seriously injured or like old or just incapable of walking for me not to participate in like Milsim games, because they're so much fun, man, especially when I go out with friends. Openings on my team, as far as the actual team itself, we don't do like fucking tryouts or anything. Like, I mean, if you want to roll with us, like, totally, that's fine. Like, any newer players, especially if I know you, I usually, and they do express an interest in actually going out to Milsim events, I am like totally cool with being able to bring them out. I do have to kind of know you a little bit more first. So, you know, Ghost, I would say if you wanted to, maybe like when you come out next time and play with us, or if we are gonna go, then yeah, like we can definitely work something out where you can go with us on my team. That's not a problem for me. But as far as the actual team itself, we usually do like a little bit of like, all right, like we kind of have to see how you are. We do not like, I don't want to say tryouts because it sounds like really weird. It sounds really pretentious. I don't want to say tryouts, but we do kind of like look at how you perform, and we'll usually send you invites being like, hey, you want to roll with us again? You know, you were really good at this last event. You want to keep going? Just because we're all looking for like, I guess, assets on the team, and there's no like limitation. So, I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, if we get to know each other, you're really cool, and you really jive with the rest of the group, then yeah, we'd probably end up being like asking you to join the team too. Let's see here. Rip Fuso, can an Elite Force 1911 TAC use green gas? That is a very, very good question. As far as I know, no. Most of the magazines that were designed for it were designed for CO2 only. If you were looking for green gas magazines, that's typically going to be used for like TM spec style 1911s and Elite Force 1911s, which are not the same thing. There are like upgrades and other stuff you can do for an Elite Force 1911 for sure. Maybe not as much, honestly, but you can do them. But as far as green gas magazines, as far as I can tell, there isn't a green gas magazine that is compatible with it. Typically what I tell customers is, if a gun was designed with a very specific propellant in mind for its magazines, stick with that. It's like trying to find CO2 magazines for a green gas designed pistol. Don't get me wrong, there are some pistols that are dual power, right? Again, I bring up the example of like the Baba Yaga, right? Baba Yaga. Or even like the Echo 1 dual power, high cap of 5.1, right? Where they're intentionally built with the intention of using CO2 and green gas, right? They're designed for that, because that was what they were, like, again, tested for. With a lot of green gas magazine, or a lot of green gas pistols that exist out there, they're designed to be used with green gas only, not CO2, right? So whenever a CO2 magazine exists out there, I'm usually the first one to tell customers, don't do it. You know, if they have a green gas designed pistol, stick with that. Using a CO2 will just fucking destroy the internals, man. Like, it's only a matter of time at that point, and it happens sooner than later, too. Not unless you really build that shit out to the nines, and even then, that's still a huge liability, right? But for the Elite Force 1911, I'm fairly certain that they're only going to be using CO2 magazines, as far as I can tell. Okay, let's keep scrolling up. Squirrely Nuts Airsoft. Hey, party people, what's going on, dude? How you feeling? How are you feeling, dude? Let's keep scrolling through. Just make sure I don't miss anything. I think I saw another question. Okay. JKL and Friends asks, hey, gonna be in Cali during the holiday times. How is attendance on the outdoor fields like SC Village during those weekends right before the holidays? So in general, the attendance on fields is actually gonna be pretty dang big, because I mean, you know, because we're talking just overall attendance. Remember, they do also paintball as well, so there is and SC Village has been around for like a long time too. That's another thing I always forget. SC Village has been around for a long time, man. Like a very freaking long time. What, since like the late 90s? If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. It could be even older, right? It could be even older. But attendance overall is pretty dang big, and SC Village is like the go-to field for a lot of players, because again, it's convenient, right, for a lot of guys in the area. It's fairly close. It's a very large field as well. It's just, again, it's very convenient for a lot of people in that area. For the holiday season, I imagine it gets quite busy, considering around the holiday season, you know, kids are getting out of school, so there might be much bigger attendance overall. So JKL, I would say attendance is very, very good overall, but during the holidays, I would expect it to be even better, expect it to be even more, right? Great opportunity to get some target practice in. I'm kidding. Okay, Yara 12 Stones, what battery charger for Mayo Gang MGC4 Mark II model MG? So when it comes to what battery you can use for the Mayo Gang MGC4 Mark II, you can technically speaking use any battery you want, though for best performance, I would recommend using an 11.1 LiPo battery, right? So 11.1 volt LiPo battery. Type that bad boy in, wait for that to load. Something like this would be ideal in terms of its overall shape and design. However, this is an 800 milliamp bridge, and while this one is fine, this should be enough to get you through a full day of play, right? However, if it turns out that it's not, right, you need to shoot a little more, then what I would suggest is maybe going for something like a 1000 or 1100 milliamp battery, something like this, right? This is like been the ideal. However, right, I'm gonna put this in the chat. I'm gonna put this in the chat right here. We'll see, right? Put that down right there, right? So, that battery is still wired, unfortunately. I don't know why companies do this. It is still wired to Tamiya connectors, right? The MGC4 Mark II is wired to Dean's. So what you're going to want to do is also pick this up. Dean's plug installation. If you don't know how to rewire batteries or airsoft guns to Dean's, then I would highly recommend that you pick up this service. It's literally $5, right? We charge per connector. So if you want to have your gun or your airsoft gun wired to Dean's, just make sure to buy it all on the same order. Right, so if you wanted to buy that the battery specific for the MGC4, buy that battery, get this service with it, put it on the same order. We'll know what it's for, and then just install it right then and there, right? And that pretty much goes for any battery. If you guys have if you guys want to buy batteries from us, but you want it to wire to Dean's, just buy this service along with it. It's gonna be very, very simple, right? Again, another things that you can add to the order to get to that $50 minimum. Because remember, the promo above my head is not gonna last forever, right? Every $50 placed per order will be getting you 5 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. So don't miss out, right? Do not miss your chance. Think multiples of 50. Yeah. All right, let's keep scrolling through. Banger Airsoft. If I get an anniversary mystery box right now, would I get the 10 entries for the box and the 15 for a $150 purchase during the stream? Okay, so hold on. Let me go back to that. Banger Airsoft. Would I get 10 entries for the anniversary box, or for the box? The anniversary mystery box. Talking about the 20th anniversary. So for the 20th anniversary mystery box, right? If that's the one you're referring to, or no, I'm sorry, the silver 20th anniversary mystery box. I should say, correct that. Proper terminology. For the silver 20th anniversary mystery box, normally you would only be getting 10 entries, right? But only during this stream. Only because we've got the promo going on during this stream specifically, you'll be getting 15 entries for the next shopping spree giveaway, right? So that's the only reason why. If it were any other time frame, right, like earlier on in the day, like before 7:30 or after the stream, right, then yeah, you would only be getting 10 entries. But yeah, because of the promo I got going on, you're getting 15 entries only right now, Banger. Only right now. All right, let's see here. How fast could a AAP01 build shoot? Does not matter HPA. How fast could an AP01 build shoot? Does not matter HPA or green gas. It depends on how you build it out. Like, I've seen AAP01s that shoot well over 400 FPS. It's possible, right? Like, it's definitely possible. It depends on how you want to set it up. I've seen it build with, like that. Granted, that build was with HPA. Could you do it on green gas? I'm fairly certain. Right, just like really, really tight compression, I would imagine. Really, really making sure that's like a super efficient build. There's no air leakage like anywhere, right? That shit is tight. But yeah, I could see it, right? I could see you going like well above 400 FPS. Granted, most fields, at least California-wise, won't really admit you in if you have a gun that shoots over that, unless it's a sniper rifle or some type of DMR that's designated as such. Usually, for like regular riflemen of regular guns, it would be like 400 FPS or lower for an outdoor field, and for indoor fields, it's typically going to be 350, right? So, Casper, is it me, or does it seem like most players are running PCs without dummies in them? Are you talking about plate carrier? I was about to say, you're running like, what do you mean PCs? We're not talking about gaming right now. So that's a thing, right? That's, you know what, Casper? I can't even really fault players for doing that, and here's why. Because when I was a wee lad getting into airsoft, right, when I finally said, you know what, I want to graduate from this cross-traw vest, right, it served me well and I might hold on to it a little longer, but I really want to get a cool plate carrier and look really cool and high speed, right? I was that kid, right? I wanted to do that too. And when I got my plate carrier, I also didn't run any sort of plates in them. I had it like nice and cinched down, but it wasn't like at all secure. It didn't give me the look that I was going for. And I was wondering the whole time, like, what am I doing wrong, right? And then I see people are taking stuff in and out of their carriers, and I'm like, oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. I don't have anything in there. At the time, there wasn't a whole lot of information. You know what I mean? There wasn't a whole lot of info that was out there when it came to how to run your plate carrier properly, right? I didn't understand that plate carriers, like, I knew that that's what they're called, but I didn't put two and two together that they were carrying plates, like just whooshed right on past my head, just right past me, I didn't even think about it. I don't really blame like new players for doing that. It just happens, and even then, you know, a lot of times maybe players just do that intentionally. They know that they're supposed to, but they want to take it out so that way they can just feel like there's less stuff on them. It's less cumbersome. For me, I think it looks a little off. You know, I definitely felt like I wasn't as cool as I looked, for sure. So maybe like, you know, they don't really know, maybe they don't care. At the end of the day, like, it's airsoft, really. Like, do we really need plates? I think it looks better, for sure. I think you look a lot cooler when you actually have something in your plate carrier, you know, to give it the shape and rigidity that it needs. But at the end of the day, if you want to rock it without a dummy plate in there, by all means, man, go for it. You know, we're not all super studs that are going to run, like, actual, like, real life, like, level 3 plates in there, you know what I mean, just for the sake of training. Okay, let's see here. Let's see, make sure I'm listening. What red green dot you recommend? Yara 12 stones. It typically depends on what you like, really, at the end of the day. It also depends on your playstyle and your environment as well. There's a lot of times, especially if you're like an indoor or like a CQB-oriented player, where a lot of times optics, I'll be honest, most of the time are there for looks. Because a lot of guys that I know, as like, especially that play in the more competitive side, they don't use optics at all. If anything, they'll have a tracer unit or a flashlight and use that instead. Maybe both, right? They'll have that set up instead, and they just do a lot of point shooting, like just right off the board, right? Which I do as well. I actually do that quite a bit. Even in an outdoor setting, I will, right? Only when I'm really trying to like hit targets of much further range do I ever feel the need to really aim down my optics, right? I have them all zeroed. It's just like, do I like have the time really to look for it? For me, I usually don't. I just point, like, shoot, and I've actually gotten pretty solid at that when it comes to using my airsoft guns, especially my rifles. But if you're looking for like a solid, let's see, what did Cutter recommend? Oh, okay, let's see here. All right, Lance Tactical Red. Let's see what that one is. 355 31, 355 31, 355 31. Type that bad boy in. Yeah, that's solid. That'll get the job done. 3150. That is like, that is dirt cheap. If anything, again, coupon code 20th20th at checkout. Get yourself 10% off. You are welcome. Yeah, man, that is going to be an easy dub. One of my personal recommendations, though, if you wanted something else a little bit more, I would say a little bit more modern. You know, if I like that style, but in case that wasn't your thing, you can also go with, where's another one? Something along, you don't have to go with this one, so there are other brands as well. I like this one, this X-Force Atlas Custom Works XESP, right? If it would load, it takes forever. Load. There you go. Right, something along like this style, like the sort of like T1 style optic, right? Like, this is simple. It's got a nice riser on there. It's very easy to ADS, even if you have a full face mask, right? Like you have like a dye mask or like a paintball mask or something. That's gonna be a fairly easy, like, no-brainer. You can also go with something like, okay. If you ever, guys, have the means, right? Well, first of all, use coupon code 20th. That way you can save a little bit on this. But if you have the means and you don't mind spending a little bit more on your optics, I love these EG1 optics so freaking much. I think these are some of the coolest optics that you can use. They're just so nice, right? They're so nice. It's so easy to just, like, you know, because again, I do a lot of like quick shots, right? I need to be able to do like some faster target acquisition, right? So this really makes it easy because it's just a big old box, right? It's just a big ass box, right? A big old mailbox, as Boaz and I like to affectionately call it, right? The mailbox is like super easy to use. It's got a nice big sight picture, which I love. That's my style. But again, it is a little pricey. It's a little pricey. There are no arguing about that. But again, coupon code 20th, get yourself 10% off. And again, it is a really nice optic. I really like this one a lot. All right, let's keep scrolling through. Answered that one. I love, because Cutter as well. I love letting other people hold and look over and even use my builds so people can really see what I do and how I tech the guns. That's true. As a tech, you would want people to actually see and, I guess, sample? I don't know. Make it sound like it's a food court at Costco. They want to sample it, right? But no, I get what you're saying, right? They want to see what, you know, your builds are capable of, and also just see how you set up your guns too. That gives a lot. For me, that was one of the funnest things about like going to the airsoft field, especially when I was much younger. I still get enjoyment of it now, but especially as I was much younger, you know, I would love looking at what other people build, other people's projects, other people's loadouts as well. I would love asking like, oh yeah, what's this gear, right? That's how I got into a lot of like, you know, like doing a little more research on impression kits, right? Because I would look at what they're using. I'm like, oh, what's this, like, what is this loadout? Like, are you trying to like, you know, go as a certain unit? And they'd be like, yeah, I'm going as this, or I'm doing this sort of style build or this style loadout. And it was always very fascinating to me, right? How like the level of detail that some players would actually take to it, or just maybe the level of creativity some players would actually have on their own spin on their unique loadouts. I always just love doing that, right? Guns and for tactical gear as well. People love looking at freaks. What the fuck? Yeah, I guess that's true too. Manny Max, how you doing, bro? What are some good blowback airsoft AKs, electric and or gas? One of my personal favorites. Okay, this is a gun that I own, right? It's a bit older, so bear with me, but let me cook. Manny Max, one of the ones that I usually like to recommend, G&G AK. Waiting for that to load. G&G does make a RK-47 that actually does feature electric blowback, right? Now, it's not like the most like pronounced electric blowback like out there that I've seen. However, it is still pretty solid, right? G&G I think did a very, very good job with that gun. Okay, where is it? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna type in RK-47. That should show up. Damn it. G&G RK. There we go. Now it should show up. Let's see here. Just make sure. Damn it all. Okay, I'm gonna find it. And it's going to be awesome. But yeah, this is the one that I actually personally own, and I've had this for a while. I have a Gate Titan installed, 6-in-1 gears, Promi barrel. I'm probably going to swap that out for a Unicorn now that I know that Unicorn is freaking awesome, right? Let's see here. Let's go high to low. Where is it? I'm going to find it. It's going to be here. Hold on, give me one second. I'm going to find it. I'm going to put it also in the live chat as well so you can take a look for yourself. Let's see here, make sure, because it's supposed to be like using like, well, obviously like full metal receiver, real wood. The wood, that's the one thing I don't like about it, is that the wood itself is it's a little bit too light in my opinion. It's not that like really nice solid like almost reddish sort of brown like wood. Unfortunately, it is more of a yeah, this one, right? Dang it, it's sold out right now. Fuck. This one I actually really do like. I fucks with this one a lot, right? This is one that I actually really do. I personally own that one. I can test with that one. If you're looking for gas AK, WeTech AKs are also pretty good as well, but I think we're currently sold out on those. I know a lot of people like to take the Well AKs and then build them out because they're compatible with WeTech parts, so they'll just swap out and swap in a lot of like RA Tech parts as well. That's another option. Blowback AKs, that's a tough one, but you know they do exist out there. It just depends on how much money you want to spend. I would say probably WeTech would probably be like, if you wanted something that was just good out of the box and pretty efficient. Keeps going through, but not too much in terms of electric. Unfortunately, not as much as you would think. There were a few back in the day, but just not a whole lot anymore. Big sad. What red dot under $80 would you recommend? Anderson kind of answered that one a little bit, but like pretty much any T1 style optic is like pretty solid. You know, if you wanted something like, again, I love the EG1 so much. You know, I'm just gonna type it in T1, right? Type in T1, and there should be a few different options for you. Yep. Yeah, there should be a couple different models. Anything under that like budget, like it'll work just fine. T1s are very simple, right? There's not a whole lot going on in terms of its design. They just get the job done. They work very, very well. That's pretty much all you really need. And again, like what I like about T1's design is just, again, having that built-in riser, or at least the ability to mount onto a riser like that and still be fairly low profile is very cool. That is very, very cool. Oh, I gotta show you guys my OG MGC4 mod. I'm gonna call it MGC4 Heretic. You'd get it once you see it. Oh no, Darwin, what have you done? Look how you massacred my boy. What did you do to it? Cutter, let me win. What the heck? I know Cutter really wants to win. Love my black and bronze MGC Mark II. That's what I'm saying, man. The black and bronze is like that's the cleanest like combo, man. It's so freaking cool. Okay, if I spend $1,000, should I split the purchases to get more entries, or does it matter? For this one right now, you won't need to split it. Because again, it'll all for every $50 you'll be getting like multiple entries, so you can keep it all in one like thing. You can keep it all in one order, Yara 12 stones, and like you'll be getting just as many entries, right? What I would say normally, yes. If it were any other time, not within this live stream period, again, if you're placing the order before or after, you know, like the live stream period time frame, then I would say yeah, split up your order so you get multiple entries, because normally it would only count for one. But only right now is this promo going on, right? Only right now, only during this time frame. Scroll down the most recent comments and questions. Remember, guys, if you have any airsoft related questions, feel free to let me know down in the live chat specifically. Put the letter Q right in front of your question. Makes it a heck of a lot easier if you're looking for product recommendations, if you're looking for my opinion on stuff. If you want to ask me personal questions as well, you're more than welcome to. I am an open book. But just remember to take advantage of the promo going on right above my head right now. It is 8:20 right now, so we have, what is that? It's an hour. We have a little over an hour. I can't do math right now. I have a little bit over an hour left of the live stream. Stream ends at 9:30, so don't miss out. You want to take advantage of all the opportunities you guys are given. Don't let your opportunities go to waste, right? So take advantage. Every $50 you place, getting you 5 entries. All right. Nathan, airsoft is great for teaching weapon safety and handling. I feel if kids are allowed to handle airsoft guns, they wouldn't be as curious about playing with the real steel. Nathan, praise, brother. Amen. A fucking man, right? It's like one of those things. It's I don't know. Okay, I'm not a parent, right? But there's this whole like freaking parenting method where it's just like, instead of trying to hide everything from your kids, right, in terms of like, oh, don't do this, they're trying to like overly protect them, just show them what stuff is, right? Like, if they're curious about something, just show it to them, right? Like, oh, if they want to like see what this bottle is, right? Yeah, you don't let them like drink the bottle of alcohol, right, or whatever it may be, but you show it to them, be like, oh, this is what this is, right? You can show it to them, let them play with it, let them figure it out. It's like, okay, cool, right? If you get rid of a lot of the curiosity, right, you make it seem like it's less of a big deal. They're less likely to like want to do anything like, suspicious with it, or, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, don't ever touch this box, right? Don't ever touch dad's box, right? You're going to be thinking because you're a kid, right? Every kid does this, right? Every kid thinks like, oh, what's in that box? I want to know, right? And then they get up to trouble. They try to go inside. They sneak little glances at it, and they could potentially hurt themselves, right? If you don't like properly lock it away. I mean, there's a whole argument, right? Do you lock it away, or do you have it ready so that if you in an emergency you can pull it out? And it's fast. There's a whole thing about. I'm not going to get into that, right? But it's a good idea, right? Especially for children. You're right, Nathan. Like being able to show them that, oh, this is what a gun is. This is what it does. It's it can be dangerous if mishandled or if used improperly. Teach them how to use it. Again, teaching them proper like weapons handling and like just safety, right? Then yeah, they're gonna be a lot less likely to cause sort of issues later on down the line. And that's something we've noticed too. That like a lot of kids going into like gun shops, right? From what I've been told from a lot of guys that do work at like gun shops, they like first of all, they didn't even know what airsoft was, right, a couple years ago. But now almost every single gun shop like employee and owner knows what airsoft is, and because they're seeing more and more like people getting into it that are like, oh yeah, like this kind of feels like my airsoft gun, or they wanted to build a very specific type of gun because they had the airsoft equivalent, right? It's just facts, man. It's just facts. I got 2 entries in for 25. That's it for me. No worries, Banger. No worries. Just put in the order. Yara 12 stones. Was it a $1,000 order? Was it a $1,000 order? Dang. That is crazy. That is absolutely freaking insane if you were able to go ahead and do that, Yara 12. Let's see here. Make sure. So they're almost done with BB Wars Part 2. Black Brick. Ooh, all right. I want to see that video come together. Let's see here. I hope she comes around. Wait, what's going on? Okay, I see. You're trying to put up stuff on there. I end up getting my Scarab back from the kid. I gifted it to. His mom didn't realize how realistic airsoft replicas were when she returned it. We haven't seen him since. Aw, that's sad. He told her airsoft is like Nerf. Well, I mean, kinda. It's played like Nerf. You are shooting other players, so that he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying when he said that. Let's see here. Make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, I know. Make sure. Okay. Thank you. No free shipping. 1 more items in your cart do not qualify for free shipping. I have 10 items. Okay, let's see here. If anything, Yara 12, if you weren't able to qualify, because remember, any order like $179.99 or more would qualify you for free shipping because of the Wombo combo. But if anything, it also depends too on where it's being shipped to. If anything, you said you placed the order. DM us directly with your order number, either on Discord, Instagram, or Facebook, and we might be able to see what might be going on. At least we might be able to give you an explanation as to what might be happening there. If there's any reason why you wouldn't qualify for it, you shouldn't. But if so, then yeah, we should be able to help you out. Let's see here. Make sure I don't miss anything. What's discount code? Yeah, like I said earlier, it was 20th, so 20TH. That'll get you 10% off. Let's see, make sure to miss anything. If I could play Airsoft in any environment, weather, location, what would that be? Oh, no, if you could play Airsoft in any environment, weather, locale, what would it be? That's a very good question, actually, Casper. That is a very, very good question. Actually, before I answer that, guys, 32 viewers and only 22 likes. Well, I appreciate all the viewers. Again, it means the absolute world to me. Make sure to go on and leave a big old thumbs up. What you guys doing? I'm putting out all this good information out there, trying to help you guys out as much as possible. Just go ahead and leave a big old thumbs up on the live stream. Really helps the channel out because YouTube does not like anything Airsoft related, so all support is greatly appreciated, right? But to answer your question, I think I kind of like answered this like a few times, but I mean, pretty much every environment I've wanted to. The only environment I don't enjoy are like really, really hot areas. Like I'd be okay with dealing with like a tropical, like a jungle sort of environment or location to play in, right? Like playing Airsoft in Hawaii, right? That would be amazing. Just because it's so beautiful. Now I get it. It's humid, right? It's not the heat that gets you, it's the humidity, right? I understand that. But, you know, I can make up for the fact that it's like, it's, you know, super humid because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm in Hawaii, right? At the end of the day, I'm in freaking Hawaii, right? So that more than makes up for the fact that it's like humid, right? I can also just take a dip in the ocean at some point or another, you know? But I would actually really like to play in the snow as well. That's another one because I actually really like cold weather environment. I thrive in colder environments. I feel so much more energized. I feel awake. I feel good. You know, I'm not constantly dripping sweat. And I can use all my freaking cold weather gear that I have. I have a shit ton of it, right, that I've collected. I would love to use it more often, right? But as far as like other location, I think I've said, like Cisco and I talked about this on the podcast. One of my dream locations or dream like scenarios or like fields to play at or like sort of like just areas to play in general would actually be some type of like oil tanker, right? Some type of like oil tanker or like some type of oil refinery, right? That would be awesome to play at, right? Some type of tanker or some type of like literally just some oil rig out in the middle of the ocean, right? Just like in Modern Warfare 2. That would be amazing. That'd be sick, right? I would love to do that, right? You have to save the hostages. Let's see here. Just curious, what is your preferred Airsoft platform, Ritfuso? And Nath says, I bet Isaias is going to say LMG. You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. I love me some LMGs. Give me a 249 Mark 46 any day, baby. I will 100% operate with a Mark 46. Honestly, at the end of the day, it depends on where I'm playing. Because there are some environments where, yes, you know, an LMG might not be as suited as any other platform. Now, my go-to platform, yes, my go-to gun in general is my Classic Army 249 Mark 46. Because I'm most comfortable using that. I'm used to the weight. I run in with that thing. Like I just that's my go-to gun, right? That's what I play. However, if I had to swap it out for anything else, I'd either go with an FAL if we're talking about rifles, or I would go with one AR. You know, I love my Tokyo Marui Next Generation Recoil Shock. I have that set up like my Mark 18 right now. That one's awesome. You know, it's one of my favorite guns. But I actually really love running just a plain Jane XM177. I have a Classic Army XM177 set up right now that's, you know, really solid as is. It's stock, right? It's completely stock. I think the only thing I changed on it, like I think I swapped out the MOSFET, or I added a MOSFET to it, and that was about it. Like I haven't done anything really to it, like major. Like I haven't swapped out the gears yet. I haven't put in any sort of new piston or anything like that. Like it's just completely stock. The only thing I need to change out is going to be the unicorn barrel setup. I'm going to be putting in new bucking, new nub, and the barrel, of course, itself. But other than that, I don't really need anything else from that gun. That gun is set up at, like almost perfectly as is. I don't need much. I actually brought that out to Milson West a couple times, and it was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic, right? I just like running a bunch of different guns, but I guess if I had a preferred platform, it would be my 249. As cumbersome and as heavy and as awkward as it can be initially, you do get used to it. Arnie Valdez, what is going on, man? Let's see, make sure I'm missing anything. Best believe it'll be the guy with with tracked wheelchair, but I mean like really can't play at all. Until that play, I had a 60+ old retired military. Another guy I met at the field was like in his 50s, but he used a sniper rifle. I mean, hey, there's ways around it. There was a guy from this team that we used to sponsor. They used to frequent Project N1 a lot, called AARP. Great guys. I love them. They were really, really cool. Very, very good members of the community. We really loved all the work that they were doing out there. I believe they disbanded, but there was a guy on their team, one of the founders. His name was Bill, if I'm not mistaken. Bill. He actually participated in KWA Fight Night during last year, if I'm not mistaken. Might have been 2 years ago, but I'm pretty sure it was last year. And he's good, man. Like, yeah, he doesn't run as fast as the other guys on the team, right? Because, the other guys on the team are like my age or even younger, right? They're even younger, like early 20s, right? So they moving, they grooving, right? But this man, you know what? He knows his shit. He knows his shit. He's smart. He knows where to move. Like, he can predict, like, where, like, he can anticipate very, very well. His anticipation and, like, foresight is really, really good. Really, really good. Again, he's just he practices so much, right? He plays so frequently because he's trying to exercise, right? He just got really good at airsoft, right? And he's like in his, I think he's like mid-50s now, and he's still really, really good. He's a very active player, right? I think Bill, if you're, I doubt he watches, but Bill, if you're watching, shout out to you, man. Like, you're the fucking GOAT, man. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna feel when I'm finally too old or just physically unable to play airsoft anymore. Casper, that scares me, man. Like, I don't want to like get to the point where I can't play airsoft anymore. Like, I want to be like those guys that show up in like a wheelchair, right? That's the dream, right? Even if I have to be in a wheelchair, I will do it. I will spend money on an electric wheelchair, fucking off-road that bitch, right? I want 4x4 capabilities on this bitch, right? And give me like some DMR, and I'm chilling, man. Like, that's what I'll do. If that's what I have to do, I will 100% do that. Or maybe I can build my own like airsoft tank, right? That's actually just like a shell for my freaking wheelchair, right? Absolutely, I would do that. 100%. You best believe I would do something like that, right? Because I just want to find any and all means of being able to continue playing this awesome hobby, right? Even if I don't end up getting that much kills when I'm older, right? Even if I'm super old and super slow, I don't care. I just want to be out there playing, man. All right, let's keep going through. Okay, Nathan, you're gonna take a gamble that the prize pot stacks on Thursday. I don't know, Nathan. I don't know. It's $1,200, bro. It's $1,200 what you're missing out on, man. I would say, again, since Nathan's not participating, guys, I would say take advantage right now and fill in that missing spot, right, that he would normally have, and take advantage of the promos that we got going on right now. Remember, any order placed before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 5 entries per $50 spent, so don't miss out, right? You want the best odds of winning? Place your orders for a Silver 20th Anniversary Mystery Box version 2, in which you will guaranteed win something off of this prize list, right? It's guaranteed you're going to be winning something off this list, right? There's no question about that. And the lowest costing prize you could win is already $20 more expensive than the box itself. So literally, it's a come up. It's a come up no matter which way you slice it, right? But you'll also be getting 15 entries into the shopping spree, but only during this live stream, right? Because ordinarily, you'll only be getting 10 entries with this box. But right now, during the stream for the next, 57? Yeah, 57 minutes, you will be getting 15 chances of winning. So don't miss out. And again, it's $1,200. Don't let this opportunity slide. Okay, let's keep scrolling up, and don't miss anything. Darktree, what's going on, man? Good to see ya, buddy. DJ, good to see ya. Answered that one. Recommend any red dot sites, $50 to $80. Anderson, that's a very interesting question. I kind of answered that one as well. Go on to red green dot sites. It ultimately depends on what your like needs are and what you're looking for. For me, honestly, one of the newer ones that I kind of like, I do like this RMO. Or the MRO, what the fuck am I talking about? This MRO, I think that one's really good. I actually really like this T1, though. I think this T1 from ACW, from Atlas Custom Works, is also pretty solid, honestly. And it's actually less than the budget given. And it's good. It's just really, really good. Built-in riser, so you don't have to worry about having to assemble it or anything like that. Like, it's very cool, man. It's just very cool. Good brightness, holds up to the light very, very well. $45, you can get that even cheaper. Again, use coupon code 20th, choose 0TH, right? What is it, 5 brightness? Yeah, it's like 5 brightness settings. Yeah, it's perfect. It's literally just, it gets the job done, and it's comfy, and that's the best thing that you can really ask for. Okay, let's see here. So Isaias, see you on Saturday? Yes, I will be seeing you on Saturday. I'm going to be in this Saturday. Let's keep scrolling through. Make sure I'm missing anything. Okay, keep scrolling through. What do you mean? It's almost 11 p.m. Answer that one. Okay. Remember, guys, if you have any airsoft-related questions, make sure to put the letter Q right in front of your question. Makes it a lot easier for me to see. Answered that one. Okay, answered that one. Okay, answered that one. I think we're all caught up on those. All right, sweet. Let's scroll down to the most recent comments and questions. I know there's got to be a few of them already. Oh, God. It moved so fast. I've got an HPA tapped Jag SPX2, and it's Nice, buddy. Nice. Okay, you know what? I think, like, I've never been the biggest, like, fan of, like, HPA tapping stuff, but I can see why for a lot of guns it actually would be very convenient. I think for a shotgun, like, I like the idea of having it be a little bit more, like, easy to, like, get switch hands as opposed to, like, having a big-ass line stick out of it. But you know what? I've seen a few Jag Arms, like, scattergun builds, or even, like, the Golden Eagle M870 shotguns that have been tapped. They don't look bad, man. They actually look pretty cool. Okay, make sure I'm not missing anything. If it happens to me, I'll just go to the field and help the beginners and lend them my stuff, but that's when I'm like 100. No, dude, I get that. No, Black Brick, I don't care. Even if I die, I don't care if I die on the field, right? I still want to play. Even if I'm 100. That's the goal. That's why I'm trying so hard now to, like, you know, make sure that I'm, like, fairly fit for my age, right? That I'm, like, still, like, maintaining an active lifestyle. It's hard, though, as you're getting older, right? Because, again, you're busy with work, and you just get tired from all the responsibilities of everything else, right? But I do want to make sure that I continue to make time for myself and to take care of myself, because, again, I know that I have, like, all the odds against me. You know, I actually, diabetes, high blood pressure, and especially obesity is very, very prevalent in my family. I actually, when I was a kid, I was actually very, very overweight, right? It was pretty bad. My mom was actually even embarrassed too, because she's a nurse, right? She's an RN. And she's actually right now working on her master's degree right now too, which is actually kind of cool. So mom's kind of a badass. But, you know, she was embarrassed that, you know, like, you know, she would take me to the doctor checkups, and, like, they're like, okay, so you're a nurse and you let him get like this, right? So she took, oh man, that was devastating for her to hear, right? But no, like, I had, like, you know, some health problems when I was a kid, right? And I don't want to have to go through that anymore. You know, water polo, swim, even did taekwondo for a little bit. Not a little bit. I actually did taekwondo for quite a few years. But I tried everything to stay active, because I want to get to a point where, you know, yeah, I'm like a senior citizen, but I'm still, like, fairly good shape, right? I can continue running. It's not a problem, so I can go out to the airsoft fields and continue playing and keep up. Right? That's the biggest thing. I want to be able to make sure that I keep up. And if anything, I want to give the younger guys a run for their money. That's the kind of old man I want to be. Right? That's the only reason why I agreed to doing these stupid, like, freaking 10K runs, and now I'm going to be doing another marathon, you know, probably within the next few months. Like, that's the only reason why I agree to that. Just because, again, like, it pushes me to be like, all right, I need to make sure that, like, if I want to keep playing Airsoft, I need to make sure that I take care of myself now, you know, while it's easier, right? So by the time I'm old, I've already made the investment into myself, and I'm like, I'm good. I can keep playing. It's not going to be a problem, right? Let's see, make sure would get a box, but I want a scattergun. I mean, the homie Ness, scattergun is not a bad choice too, and now would definitely be the time to do it. Remember, guys, no matter what it is that you get, anything $20 or more will automatically enter you into the giveaway, right? It automatically does it, right? It's super easy. Like, we are literally the only airsoft retailer that rewards a $20 plus order with a chance to win what is now a $1,200 prize pot, right? But, just saying, right? The promo above my head, it's really freaking good. Right? Get your BBs, get your green gas, get your batteries, get your chargers, get that airsoft gun you've been eyeing, or maybe get that holiday shopping done early. Get your holiday shopping done early, and you'll be getting rewarded with the chance of winning $1,200. And if you win, that's $1,200 that you can spend on anything at Airsoft GI, right? Literally anything you want, right? It can go towards any order that you place, right? But you got to make sure you take advantage now while you can, because again, time's running out, right? Time is running out. You have less than an hour to place your orders, right, to be qualified with those 15 entries in, right? Let's see here, because again, let's see here, where to go? Silver, right? This is the best. If you're looking for something, I like really, really fucking cool, I would say get the silver, right? It's just awesome. Literally 155, 174 prize minimum, right? Because again, look, you can see for yourself. Scroll down to the bottom, right? 175. Yeah, it's a win, no matter what you get. Keep scrolling through. I'd have my own will call bin like some people. Actually, it's true. If you guys didn't know, there's quite a few guys that actually, like, you know, fairly regulars that will place like Dark Tree, right? That place their orders throughout the weeks. And then, like, even like on a weekly basis too, they'll place their orders, right, specifically during the live stream because they want to get multiple entries in, and they'll come in on Saturdays or whenever possible to, like, or freaking Ackright. He does it like every once in a while. He'll come in and just pick up like all of his orders, and sometimes there's like 10, 15 orders, 15 bins of like of stacks of items, right, that he's ordered for the last couple of weeks. And he's like, oh yeah, I just gotta come in every once in a while to pick up all my stuff. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. Okay, let's keep going through. Make sure I'm missing anything. Chat, please. Yes, guys, if you have any airsoft-related questions, or if you want to ask me any type of questions whatsoever, I'll just put the letter Q right in front of your question. Makes it a heck of a lot easier for me to see. Okay, make sure I'm missing anything. You're not my mom. What the heck? What is going on? What is going on? Let's see here. Just make sure I'm missing anything. Like if I ordered the silver box, it's free. If I added a patch or no more free, would have to split the order, but hit them up via DC. Yeah, no. If you hit us up, like let us know what's going on with your order. We can definitely help you out. Okay, make sure I got an anniversary box and an Edge Giga Slide in black for my gold match build. Nice, banger, nice. Actually, for any of you guys that are like very proud of your builds, if you guys want to share it off, remember, go to our Discord server, and we actually have a chat specifically for showing us your builds, right? Your own builds and stuff, your tactical gearheads. Let us know, or share your content, right? Let us know what your builds are. Show pictures of it. I love seeing what other people. I actually do check that. A lot of times I can't. I'll have to use the main GI one again. I like to just scroll through and see what's out there. But yeah, I actually really do like seeing what you guys build out there. It's actually really, really cool, especially if you have full loadouts. Those are cool. Those are like, I've seen some really hot fucking like loadouts that people have put together in those chats. It's really fucking good. Okay, let's keep through. Yara 12 stones. Yeah, I would say DM us directly. We can help you out. We can definitely help you out. If you already placed the order, DM us with the order number, and we can see what we can do to help you out, man. Like again, you should be qualifying for free shipping. Like there might be something going on with the system. It happens every once in a while. There's just some random ass fucking glitch that happens. But yeah, we can totally help you out, dude. Man, I'd love to play in the rain. Snow is fun. I want a night rain game on an oil rig. That's what I'm saying, Casper. That's what I'm saying. That's what I want, man. That's what I want. I want like on an oil rig, right? Like it's like raining, right? There's an actual like storm going through, so the waves are just absolutely insane. Oh, that'd be so cool. A little dangerous, but I kind of like that. I kind of like the danger. If anything, the danger is what makes it extra spicy. I would love nothing more than to do that, right? That whole mission where you have to pair up with the dudes from oh my god, what's the name of the fucking PNC? With Shadow Company, right? That'd be cool, right? All the shadows, right? Just moving on up, clearing buildings with you. Gotta like smoke out all the terrorists, right? And save the hostages. Yes, that's what I want. That's what I want. Let's see here. Let's see. Make sure there's no. Yeah, and Yara, because you're in Los Angeles, remember there is a will call option. Will call again. It's completely free. It's actually a little bit faster too. It takes 1 to 2 business days. It depends obviously on the orders. It takes 1 to 2 business days typically for the items to arrive at the custom showroom and lounge location. You get emailed when it's actually ready for pickup. You don't have to pick it up that day. We're not gonna like move it or anything. It's gonna be there. So as long as you get that email saying will call ready for pickup, you come in, just show your ID just to verify that it is indeed you. It matches the information that's on the order. Sign a piece of paper that says yes, I did pick up the order when we give it to you, and that's it. Absolutely free. Absolutely free. Black Brick. I mean, the new guns Nerf is coming out with is basically airsoft. That's true. Like, have you seen like the gel blasters, right? For me, in my head, it's just like wet airsoft guns. That's literally what in my head what gel blasters are. I just say like wet airsoft guns. That's literally in my head what it registers as. But it's cool though. It is very, very cool. Okay, let's see here. At least she wasn't being a crazy person. She just wasn't comfortable with the whole thing, and I accept it. Back with no fuss. Nice lady. No, I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, it's like for anyone that's new out there and younger players that want to get into airsoft or don't have an airsoft gun yet, that is something you are going to have to work on convincing your parents about. That, hey, let them know that, hey, this is a hobby sport, right? At the end of the day, this is not real, right? It's played in a controlled environment, right? Because you're going to be going to fields where there's actual referees enforcing rules so that no one gets hurt. There's no issues. And it's been around for a long time, right? It's an actual thing. It is an extreme sport. That's how a lot of refs would actually describe it as well, right? Where you can get hurt, but it's very minimal. And as long as you're following the rules, serious injury should not even be a thing. Right, that's generally what I've heard a lot of refs say when they're having to explain it to parents that are a little bit nervous. They'll do like the birthday parties. They'll bring them onto a walk-on game, and they're a little bit scared for their kid. Like I get it, right? If I had a kid, and I had no idea what airsoft was too, yeah, I'd be a little. I think anyone would be a little bit nervous, right? But at the end of the day, this is a hobby sport which people of many different ages play. Like, as I've seen kids as young as 8 years old, even younger, playing with it, and they were able to be mature enough, to handle the responsibility that came with owning an airsoft gun and handling it properly. And then I've also seen like 30-something-year-olds who act like absolute children. There was actually an incident one time. This is years ago. There was an incident one time where we had just sold like a couple of airsoft guns to this family, right? There was like a few kids, and there was like these 3 adults. They were all in like their kind of early to mid 30s, right? Nice family, nice group of guys, nice kids too. They were very excited to see the shop. And it's understandable, right? It's like a kid walking into a candy shop, right? It's like, oh, what is all this stuff, right? I get it. They signed the waiver, and I literally just got done talking to them and telling them, hey, these are airsoft guns. Even though they are essentially toys, at the end of the day, they do look fairly realistic. So common sense, treat it like a real firearm. Don't bring it out in the middle of the street. Don't wave it around inside the car. Keep it locked away when you're not using it, especially if you're transporting. Keep it in the trunk, inside a box or a gun bag of some kind, and you shouldn't have any sort of problems, right? Fairly simple, right? Fairly obvious stuff that you would expect most people would understand, right? About like 10 minutes later, after like I finished the sale, I'm like cleaning up the storefront, and then I'm hearing some stuff going on right outside. I'm like, what is that noise? I hear like a bunch of laughing and like screaming, and I go outside, and sure enough, I find the same group of people that I had just finished, making the sale to and explaining how to treat their airsoft guns were playing a game with their airsoft guns out in the open in the middle of the street. And bear in mind, we have other businesses, and we have a church like up the street that literally, gets to see everything we're doing. So that like we have all these and the adults are playing. It's not just the kids; the adults are playing too, and they're hiding behind cars that are parked there. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I literally go out and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And they look all scared. I'm like, dude, what? Didn't I just tell you not to play out in the middle of the street? Right? It's like we have cops that go up and down the street, man. Like, it was just ridiculous. And they were like, oh, sorry. Like, at that point, I was just like, man, just put them away. If you want to play, play in your backyard or go to a field, right? Don't play out in the middle of the street, man. Seriously, that's how people get in trouble, right? That's how we end up being featured on the news, right? And Airsoft gets a bad rep. That's the last thing Airsoft needs. You guys remember, not too long ago, we had all these, what was they called? They tried to pass, like, was it a bill? I don't remember what it was. These regulations regarding like the sale of like anything imported, like any airsoft replicas, right? We had this whole proposition that was being passed around, and it was fairly close. If we didn't catch wind of it, Airsoft could have greatly been in jeopardy, right? That's the last thing we need right now is bad publicity for Airsoft. So just lesson for everyone that paid attention to this story, treat your Airsoft gun like a real firearm. Don't be an idiot, right? Don't like do some dumbass shit with it. Keep it inside its box. Keep it inside a gun bag or a gun case of some kind. It doesn't matter. If you're going to be transporting it, make sure it stays in the trunk of your car or your truck or whatever, and it stays in the box too. Just want to make sure it's properly stored away. Gun bags aren't cheap, right? We sell plenty of gun bags on our website, gun cases as well. If you don't have the original retail packaging for it, the original retail box, just don't have it out in the open, and don't play in the middle of the street. For God's sakes, don't do it. Like, even for this past Halloween, right? There's a reason why every like airsoft like company will put out like, hey, during this Halloween, maybe not a good idea to take out your airsoft gun like as much as you want to. I get it. It's cool. It's a very good replica. It's meant to be 1-to-1. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. Like, if you're at a private party in your own house, then like whatever, right? That's totally fine. But if you're gonna be out in public, just don't bring it out. Like, we've had people coming in like with the expectation that they were gonna be able to just have their guns holstered in their holsters, like, and walk out in the middle of the street, right, in the middle of public, and we had to tell them like, no. So just don't do it. It's not worth it, man. Don't give Airsoft a bad name. All right, let's see here. Okay, so the KLI Baba Yaga isn't in stock yet. I seen the YouTube short, and Cisco said it's available, but the website still says pre-order. So I believe he said specifically available for pre-order right now. It's available for pre-order right now. Available now, like, you can just buy it in. Like, if there was confusion, I do apologize for that, DJ. But I do remember when I helped him film that, I'm pretty sure he did say available for pre-order. But yeah, it's available for pre-order right now. We don't have regular quantity of it, like, here. It's not like we're just hoarding it or anything. We literally have the one that was like used for marketing. And that's like it, right? But it is available for pre-order right now. And I gotta say, you know what, DJ, I got to shoot it. Man, it's good. It's good. Like, I thought it was gonna be the exact same as the Baba Yaga, but I think it's actually a little bit better. I think it might be actually stronger than it makes sense too, right? I know the update internals have been updated, but yeah, like, dude, it kicks harder than the OG. which is insane, right? And it feels super snappy too. Like, even though it should be heavier because we actually had the little RMR on there, it actually was still just as snappy, man. Like, that thing like kicks like a mother. All right, let's keep scrolling through. Make sure you put his cue. Okay, answered that one. All right, let's make it. Okay, I think we've caught up on all those. Let's scroll down to the most recent comments and questions. Oh no, Casper. Oh man, one of my neighbors asked me if his kid could borrow one of my replicas for his costume and go trick-or-treating with it. Had to give him the no, don't do that lecture. You know what sucks too, Casper? I hate having to do that. I don't mind doing it because it's like, you know, especially if you're a newer player, like obviously you don't know, right? You don't know. Like you got to know this information, right? And if I got to be the one to let you know how to do it, then by all means. I hate doing it though to people that are like clearly have no intention of listening. You know what I mean? Like you do it and you try to put all this information out there and then they still go out and like decide to break the rules anyway, right? Like I absolutely fucking hate that with all my passion, right? Like they're like, oh yeah, but then I can still use it here, right? I'm like, no, I would not like use it there. Again, only use it, bring it out in your backyard on private property. That's your own. Right? Or if you have, you know, a friend that says, okay to use it, that's fine, right? But it's got to be on private property. You cannot bring that out in the middle of public, man. That's just not a good idea, right? Let's see, make sure I'm missing anything. I got my decked out box for my truck installed next week. Going to be nice to transport all my airsoft gear. Right, that's gonna be cool, man. That's gonna be absolutely awesome. I've seen like the pictures you showed me of like when you wanted to do the Mayo Gang meet, like the swap meet outside, and you wanted to have it set out of your car. That would have been cool. That actually would have been absolutely cool. That's a sweet setup, dude. All right, let's keep running through. Darwin Award nominees. Those guys were stupid. Yeah, I remember. Like, it's like, and there's been several cases of that. I really hate that. I really, really, truly hate that people like think that it's okay to just bring it out in the middle of the street, even after you like all the signs are there telling them not to. The raffle is this Thursday, Yard 12 Stones? Yes, the raffle is going to be this Thursday. The Shopping Spree giveaway live stream is going to be happening this Thursday, right, in 2 days. The live stream starts at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right, on our main YouTube channel. So same channel, same place, right? It's going to be starting early, though, at 5:30. So this is going to be answering some questions, right, in another session of Q&A. And, of course, right, he's going to be maybe throwing in some extra last-minute promos for you guys because, again, you know, want to help you guys get as many entries as possible. After that, though, once it hits 6:30, that is the deadline. Once 6:30 hits, that's going to be it. All the orders placed after 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time sharp are going to be counted towards the following week's Shopping Spree giveaway, right? He grabs all the orders from the Excel sheet that he makes, puts them all at random.org, and then just shuffles it, right? It's completely random to keep it absolutely fair, right? And then the winner is announced. And if the winner's not there, like what happened this last time, right? If the winner's not there, it ends up stacking. Right now, again, we're at a $1,200 prize pot. Guys, we have, what is that? 37. We got 37 minutes left of the live stream. So make sure that you guys place your orders now while you guys can and take advantage of the promo above my head. Remember, 5 entries per $50 spent before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Not a whole lot of time left if you really think about it, so make sure you get your orders in now while you can, right? Get your orders in now while you can, like Yara did, like Cutter, and have the highest odds of winning possible. You want the best suggestion? Go for the Silver 20th Anniversary Mystery Box version 2, 155, right? You get an insane list of guns that you are guaranteed to win something off this list, right? There's not going to be any other threats. You're guaranteed to win something off this list, right? Absolutely guaranteed. And the lowest costing prize you can win is $20 more expensive than the box itself. So, gonna be a victory no matter what you get, right? Let's see, can gel blasters shoot BBs? Gun guy Mike asks. I don't think so. I could be wrong on that, Gun Guy Mike. I actually don't have too much experience with gel blasters as a whole. I've always thought they were kind of cool. You know, they some of them did look a little off in terms of their sizing, right? They're not like one-to-one like Airsoft is a lot of times, but you know, they still look fun, right? I would totally be down to like, if someone invited me to a birthday party, right, and said, hey, you want to have a gel blaster fight? Fuck yeah, I want to do. Fuck yeah, I want to. Like, I would 100% do that, right? But I don't think they're compatible in terms of like what the way they should. I don't think the technology is the exact same. Let's see here, make sure I missing anything. Use the GI Discord, usually you or Discord, Blackbrick. So it's actually shared amongst pretty much like Cisco, myself. A lot of the guys in marketing will end up like sharing it. I usually do some Discord stuff as well. as far as like handling the Airsoft GI Discord account. We usually like sort of share it up between the two of us. Sometimes Boaz actually uses it as well. Again, it's just so that we can make sure that we're all covering. So in case one of us is busy, we'll always have someone checking the Discord. That's why we're pretty much on top of like our social media as well. Like anytime we get messages through our Instagram, our Facebook, or through our Discord account, we're usually able to respond fairly quickly. It's because we usually have someone on there, right? Someone's always maintaining it. Banger Airsoft, does the FMA Lab mini version PEC, NGOL, LED light, and IR laser have an actual IR laser, and what type of tail switch plug does it have? I don't remember the type of tail switch plug that it has, and I believe that the IR laser is actual functional. I believe it actually is a real IR laser, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that, but I'd have to double check. The FMA. Actually, no. Okay. I think it might have the... Let me double check. I'm gonna double check for you. I'm gonna double check for you right now. FMA NGOL. FMA NGOL. Double check here. Yeah, I don't remember what tail switch it's using. I'm gonna be completely honest with you, but yeah, I think the IR is like, it's just the filter, it's just the cap, right? It's just like it does work for IR because we've tested it with nods, but it is just the actual like cap that just goes on. It's just an IR cap that goes like fits right on top of the laser, so it does work. It does work. It is. I will say though, here's my only downside. The only downside I would say banger about, or my only gripe about it. It's not very bright. It's like for whatever in the laser, just like I don't know if it's the wattage or whatever. It's just not very bright. Like it's fine. Like it works, but it's definitely not that bright. That is my only complaint about the FMA, is that the laser is actually kind of dull. It's the only downside. Okay, make sure I don't miss anything. Yara Toastons for the $2.99 mystery box. What can I get if lucky for the $2.99 mystery box? Are you referring to mystery box? I misspelled mystery. What the fuck? I put history. Damn it. Fuck. Damn it. All right, let's see. Mystery box. I swear, I feel like this keyboard's just too big. I need a smaller keyboard. I got small hands. For the $2.99 mystery box, are you referring to? That's $2.89. $2.99. Are you talking about my mystery box, the private collection mystery box? I guess which mystery box are you referring to specifically, Yara 12? Well, actually, I mean, since we're here, I might as well go ahead and do a plug. Shameless plug, real quick. My private collection mystery box. If you guys were looking for something a little more unique, something a little more different, but still a viable option to bring out to the airsoft field that was just cool, make sure to go ahead and check out my private collection mystery box. $2.99 right now. Absolutely awesome. I think it's a very, very good mystery box. I absolutely believe so. Every person that I know that's bought their mystery box has actually been very, very pleased with their purchase from me. So I would recommend it. We're talking FALs. We're talking some cool ass AUGs, right? We're like, even then, actually no AUGs yet. No, well, if I did, it would actually be loaded up with a lot of other stuff, right? We're talking LMGs, right? We're talking some cool ass shit in this bad boy. And again, platforms that you can 100% run out on the field, like no problem, right? I'm not giving you like random proprietary bull crap out there. Again, it's gonna be really, really dope shit. So I'd highly recommend you do it. Again, I even say it right there, right? No M4s. And what I mean by that, no standard like run-of-the-mill ARs, right? The only ARs that you would possibly see on here would be like XM177s, right? Something cool, classic throwback guns, right? Some absolutely cool Giga Chad guns on here. Let's keep scrolling through. Nah, that ain't true. I don't order that much, especially in the if the fiance's. Yeah, Akra, you never order stuff. You rarely order. You rarely spend money with us. Rarely, dude. Rarely. I got you. Let's see here. Make sure. I think you started answering the questions like right above yours. Let's see here. Love those novice optics. Akra. Yeah, no, dude. I love those novice optics. Right. You know what I love about them is that they actually like use them for like they're tested and rated for like real steel shit too. Like that's what they are, right? And they are like thoroughly QC'd as well. That's very nice. Yes, there is a bit of a premium price tag that comes with those Novus optics, but they work, man. You honestly can't argue with that. They're solid pieces of kit. Make sure I'm missing anything. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Did I answer everything? Okay. Did you answer my KLI Baba Yaga 2? DJ, I did. I did indeed. I mentioned earlier that the Baba Yaga 2, your question regarding that, yes. Cisco, I believe, in the short specifically said that it was available for pre-order. Not available like now. It's available now for pre-order. So. You needs one? DJ, I'm just saying, man, then be one of the first guys that own it. Place your pre-orders. It's going to be, it's scheduled to arrive first week of January, right? So you can be one of the first guys that gets it. But again, you got to place that pre-order. And again, now would be the time to do it. Now would be the time to do it, right? You'd be getting, what is that? 50, yeah, you should be getting 15 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. 15 chances of winning $1,200, DJ. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying, right? Guys, you have 30 minutes left of the live stream. It is almost over, so make sure that you take advantage of the promo right above my head while you guys can. Don't miss the opportunities that you are given. Remember, every $50 will get you 5 chances of winning that giveaway. So, $50 order, a little bit more, that's 5 entries. Reach up to $100, that's 10 entries. $150, that's 15. $200, that's going to be 20. You get the idea. Multiples of 50. Do the math. Don't miss out. Now is the best time to place your orders for all your stuff. And again, the best thing to place your order for right now, arguably, would be the Silver 20th Anniversary Mystery Box, because you're guaranteed to win something off this list, and all the prizes on here are certifiable bangers. Bangers. All right. Let's keep scrolling through. Answered that one. Let's see, it'd be build track. Let's answer that. I'd build a tracked wheelchair technical with mounted weapon system. When I get to Stephen Hawking status, I'll have that thing using head tracking. Get wrecked, noobs. I absolutely love that. I love that. That'd be awesome to see. That would 100% be awesome to see. Yara, 12 stones. When will order be ready? Depends, Yara. Depends on where the items are coming from in terms of, like, again, what warehouses they're set up in. When the order has either shipped out, you will be receiving an email notification saying, not will go ready for processing. It'll say, like, what is it? Yeah, or it'll just say shipped. Yeah, when it's actually done, it'll say shipped or processing complete, and it'll actually give you, when it ships out, a tracking number as well through whatever carrier you chose, whether you choose USPS or UPS. You'll actually get a tracking number so you can track the status of the order as well. And again, if you have questions about your order, or if you needed help with that, I know there's something going on with the shipping there, then yeah, 100%, you are more than welcome to, reach out, Instagram, Facebook, Discord. If anything, if you reach out early enough, you wanted to switch it out to, say, will call. That way you can come in store and pick it up. Then yeah, I would say you can go ahead and do that too. And as long as it doesn't ship, we should be able to go ahead and potentially go ahead and issue back the cost of shipping as well. We might be able to go ahead and refund that to you as well. But again, you got to reach out to us, Facebook, Instagram, or Discord. You can try our email. That definitely is another valid option as well. But it is generally faster if you go through social media. And Casper, in regards to your thing, yes, I would 100% also do that as well. I would love to do a some type of can you imagine, right? Just a whole techno that's just built around this one wheelchair, right? You just wheel it around. Maybe you could have like a second person in there to like on a tail-mounted gun of some kind, right? That'd be sick. That would be sick. Okay, make sure I'm not missing anything. Keep scrolling through. Prime Tech Customs, what's going on? Dude, I didn't see you there. What's up, Prime Tech? By then, we may have bipedal cybernetic leg braces or exoskeletons to play with. Yes! Dude, I would... okay, I know this is going to sound fucked up, Prime Tech, but I would genuinely be okay if one of my arms, maybe my left one, was amputated, right? Just so that I can have, like, this really, like, high-tech, like advanced, like, a prosthetic, right? This cybernetic arm, right? Dude, that'd be awesome. I'd be just like Anakin Skywalker. I would be just like Anakin Skywalker. 100%, dude. You know it. Make sure I'm missing anything. Okay, I believe... Okay, we should be caught up on all those. Let's scroll down to the most recent comments and questions, because we learned this last time. Did your room get darker? Yes, it did. Yes, it absolutely did. I think we have our lights set up on, like, a timer. I stream in the living room, right? We still got a lot of cleaning up to do in my garage before I completely finish setting that up. There's still a lot of stuff we have to clear out of the garage, and then I gotta set up the desks, right? Then I gotta set up the monitors, and I'm fairly certain the cable that I have right now is long enough to reach the living room, because that's where the modem is, that's where the router is. But it's just still having a matter of just cleaning out the garage, because that is where I want to go ahead and have my streaming setup, right? If I can clear out all the garage of all the junk, right, I would 100% want to have that set up as my streaming studio, right? Because there's other stuff that I want to do in the garage as well, right? I do want a space where I can, start putting together voice acting reels and demos for studios to look at. Right, I would love to be able to go ahead and start working on that as well, because I have the microphone. I have literally everything else I need. It would just be having a space and maybe soundproofing it a bit. That way the neighbors don't freak out, right? Let's see here. Confirmed ETA on the Mark 1 pre-orders yet or nah? Casper, I don't believe so. I think the Mark 1s, are they scheduled to arrive at the same time as the Mark 2s? No, I believe the Mark 2s are going to be coming in this week. Obviously, they're going to be coming in this Friday. But the Mark 1's not 100% sure yet. I will be getting back to you on that. DM us, and I can give you an answer. DM us, Casper. You've been DM. I actually was handling your case earlier today and Saturday as well. Sorry for the delay on that, by the way. I thought like that you would have been reached out earlier, but I saw your thing, I saw your DM, so I was like, all right, I'll do all of it. So I was actually helping you out today, but yeah, DM us, so I can help you out, dude. Let me make sure I don't miss anything. DJ, what the fuck are you talking about? What the hell? We're talking mission? I know. What is it? What are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? Yep, Casper nailed it. If I see an HPA minigun on the field, I'm out. It's all yours. Nice. They'll build the game entirely around you. I mean, that would be cool, right? Maybe that'd be like something you could do, right? Where you have to tank out the tank, right? There's this tank rolling around on the field, and you have to do everything you can to try to stop it, right? That'd be awesome. Bang or Airsoft, any suggestions on functional Airsoft quality IR lasers available on Airsoft GI? Look up, let's see here. I believe it should be the ACW PEC 15. I believe this is the one that Justin has. And yeah, one of these guys, right? This one. I mean, you can go with the tan one too, it doesn't matter. This one's actually pretty solid. This one's actually really good. This one actually has a pretty bright laser, and the IR is like functional too. The IR actually is really, really good, and it's bright. It's nice and bright. All right, let's keep going through. I've been airsofting for 5 weeks. What is the best option I have for an HPA build to start taking over a field? Jeff, Superman, Brian, that is a very good question. So first and foremost, the build itself doesn't actually dictate how good of you are able to perform, right? At the end of the day, it's going to be up to the player. There are going to be players that, you can give them the most basic, and I do mean basic, rudimentary of airsoft guns. Like your standard M4A1, right? And they'll stack bodies, man. Like, going with an HPA gun is cool, and it definitely offers a lot of benefits, but it's not going to be the key to success. It's going to make things a little bit convenient for you, and it's going to perform great, but at the end of the day, it is still going to be up to the player. So, if not to be too harsh, but if you suck on playing Airsoft, you're going to suck regardless of what you have, right? Because you're not actually going to be very effective with it. Now, if you were looking for a very convenient platform to get into HPA builds that were already set, 100% going to be the Wolverine MTWs, right? Wolverine MTW. Okay, I spelled that right. If I misspelled MTW, I would commit Sudoku. Where the fuck did they go? Okay, there we go, right? Wolverine MTWs, right? These are going to be pre-built HPA guns. I believe most of them are going to be using the Inferno Gen 2 engine. And these are all solid, right? These are all solid. It's just going to be a matter of which one you prefer. I think the cheapest one right now is going to be the MTW SBR 10.3 inch, right? This one's sick. This one's like super sick, right? It's on shocker deal right now for $686.32. At this point, the only thing you're gonna need is going to be the regulator, the line, and of course the tank itself, right? That's all gonna be a matter of individual preference with what you prefer. I know Sigma, he usually likes to go with a red line. That was he's one of his favorite brands that he used to go with for regs. But there's other regs that you can get as well. It really depends on what model you like and what your preferences are and what your budget is too, right? But if you're just looking for the gun that was already pre-built, you don't got to worry about it. There you go. And these are made very well, man. These things are near indestructible. I don't know if you guys have seen the promotional videos for these, right? They would literally chuck these across rooms, right? Let them hit concrete, and they're fine. They still fire, no problem. These things are durable as fuck, right? And guess what? Would you look at that? There is that MTW, right? The same gun, right? That is available right here, right? And you could potentially win it for $155, right? Within the next 20 minutes? Yeah, the next 20 minutes, right, of this live stream, because within 20 minutes or after it's over, live stream is going to end and the promotion is going to be donezo. So make sure that you place your orders right now, especially if you want to get a silver 20th anniversary mystery box. You'll be getting, because of the promo, 15 entries, 15 chances of winning $1,200 all for yourself, in addition to winning some amazing prizes, guaranteed to win something off this list, which also includes the grand prize of the Wolverine MTW, right? So don't miss out and place your orders now while you guys can. All right. Prime take-ons. Depending on the OEM, Gel Blasters can adapt to Airsoft. I know that SEMA, APS, and Dobell make EGBs. Oh, that's interesting, Prime Tech. I actually didn't know that at all. That'd be very cool. Okay, when you say it adapts, does it adapt well, or does it just like, it adapts for a little bit and then it has problems, Like, I wouldn't imagine that they, would adapt for like, or work for a very long time with that. Because again, just something that it's not designed for. But again, it could be the way it's designed. I'm not 100% certain. I actually did not know that. That is very interesting. That is very, very interesting. All right, gonna get one entry. Watch me win. Casper, I love that confidence, man. That's the kind of confidence everyone needs. It's the kind of confidence everyone. That's the reason, right? That person who won last week, he lacked that confidence, and he didn't show up to the live stream. He didn't think he could win, right? He didn't show up to the live stream. He's like, "There's no way in hell I'm gonna win," right? He's gonna be like, he was like that guy, that hater that showed up in the very first part of the stream, right? He's like, "Nah, I don't really like these streams. I'm never gonna win." It's like, dude, you're never gonna win with that attitude. You ain't never gonna win with that attitude, right? You gotta play. You gotta participate. Let's see here. Then I try my hand at cutting my bumper to install the off-road, and hopefully I don't mess it up. Nice. Let's see, make sure I don't miss anything. Keep scrolling up. Gonna let him use one for photos, but he said what he said. I had to change my mind. DJ, I apologize, was half asleep while watching that. He did say for pre-order. DJ, you're chilling, bro. You are chilling, bro. Watching Inception with the fam. Dude, okay, Dartree, is that their first time watching Inception? Okay. I don't want to go in this whole Christopher Nolan like rabbit hole and like why I think he's like one of the fucking goats, right? But I will say, even though to this day, right, like it was like very overplayed when it like first came out and everyone was like, it got overhyped. But I gotta say, man, Inception is definitely, I think, one of Christopher Nolan's I would say maybe top three. I would say top three in terms of films that he's done, right? I would 100% say top three. I think for me, Dark Knight is still like up there. Like if I had to pick top three Christopher Nolan films, Inception for sure, I think it's still up there. Dark Knight, and I don't know, it's tough. I want to say Interstellar, right? Because I think Interstellar was just fucking cool, right? But actually no, I think those are my three. I think those are like definitely my top three. I really wanted to like Tenet, right? And I think it was cool. As a concept, have you guys seen that movie Tenet? It's very interesting. It's very interesting, right? I wanted to like it a lot more, but it just felt like there was a lot of stuff going on like that didn't really make a whole lot of sense. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm not talking about like the idea of like their version of like going backwards in time. Like, not that. I'm just talking about like overall, right? Like they didn't really explain the world a whole lot. Like I like when a film like explains a little bit more about the world. I don't need a whole like exposition, like 20 minutes of that shit in order to like understand what's going on like in the world around me, right? Obviously I'm not dumb, but it would help if they gave a little bit more context to like a few things here and there. It's just nice when they do, right? I like that they hit the ground running with the film. I think it was shot very amazingly, right? I thought it was super awesome the fact they used mostly practical effects in that. But again, I just think it could have been a little bit better. But yeah, so I'm sorry for going on that whole thing. I really like movies. All right, let's keep going through. Keeps going through. Okay, I should be caught up on there. Okay, should be caught up on those. All right, guys, remember, you have, 17 minutes left of the live stream. Not a whole lot of time. Guys, place your orders now and take advantage while you can. And remember, ask your Airsoft-related questions. If you have any questions for me at all, just feel free to go ahead and shoot. I don't mind, right? There's no such thing as a dumb question. I want to help out as many people as I possibly can. And if you haven't already, make sure to go ahead and leave a big old thumbs up on the live stream, right? Make sure to share this around with as many people as you possibly can. Remember, you still have a few minutes left, so if you know anyone that's at all remotely interested in getting into Airsoft, not to sure what Airsoft is, then feel free to let them know to swing by this live stream and ask their questions. I do not mind answering as many questions as I possibly can. All right, let's keep going. And one of the questions I had for you guys too, and I asked this last time, and I'm still curious. What are some of the guns, or what are some things that you would love to receive for the holiday season this time around? Right? What would you like to see in terms of an airsoft gift, right? And what do you think is the best airsoft gift that you can receive for the holiday season? For me, I say it's airsoft guns specifically. Like this would actually make me cry if I actually got a Tokimarui Next Generation Recoil Shock Mark 46, right? That, oh man, that would make me, like, genuinely make me cry. That, or the Classic Army M133 Mini Vulcan AEG, right? Those two guns are like, whew, man, that's like something else, man. That's just something else. But what would you guys want, right? What would be something that you opened up for Christmas as an airsoft gift that would make you just like ecstatic? You'd be jumping for joy, right? Like something that would just be like take you over the moon, right? I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. The homie Ness, I'm tied between getting new gun or upgrading current gun with MOSFET. That's a very interesting question, the homie Ness. For me, I usually am on the side of like upgrading guns first, but it depends too on what you want to do with it, right? There are some guns that I actually do keep stock. There are some guns that I do keep stock because, again, I just feel like they perform really well and I don't need to. But, you know, generally, if I'm on the fence of like, oh, I need a whole new gun, like, I usually stop and think like, okay, do I actually though, right? Because if the gun is going to be the exact same platform, this is the way I see it. This is how I determine it. Is the gun the same platform? If yes, then it's like, okay, how much different is it compared to the build that I currently have right now? Right? Is this a build that I can take everywhere? If it's a build that you can theoretically take everywhere without any issues, then you don't need to go ahead and like have a whole new gun. You can have it set up as is, right? Now, if it's a very specific like performance build, right, that you can only bring in certain fields, then yeah, that makes sense, right? You want to have one that's good for anything, and then one that's like, you know, very special or very much specialized for one style of play or one type of performance only, right? That makes sense. That makes sense. If it's an entirely different platform altogether, then I would say, yeah, it's worth it. Like if you wanted to go to an AK, for example, right? Then I'd say, yeah, go for it, 100%. Diversify your portfolio. Diversify your airsoft collection, right? There are other brands and other flavors of Mayo, if you will, you know what I mean? That exist out there on the airsoft market. And I encourage players to actually start experimenting and trying other things, right? Yeah, if you want to be competitive, should you have an AR? Generally, yes, because it's the most convenient, but that doesn't mean that it's not competitive. Other platforms aren't competitive at all, right? Remember the last podcast, not the last podcast, but the one before it, last week's podcast, you know, Cisco and I actually got into a little bit of a debate about this, right? Do airsoft players care about other platforms other than the AR when it comes to rifles? And my argument was yes. He was talking about, you know, how the other platforms are not very competitive, and I actually, you know, disagreed with that very much so. Other platforms can be very competitive as well, right? Just most people, you know, want to go with solely the most convenient platform because they don't want to do the work, right? And not only that, we've kind of over-marketed, you know, the AR platform so much because of its modularity, because of media, right? That, you know, yeah, it's going to be the most supported platform out there. But that's because, again, we've kind of done that as well. We've supported that type of behavior. So now manufacturers are kind of hesitant to make more, are kind of hesitant to make stuff that's meant for other platforms as well, right? It really is like a whole like rabbit hole. But at the end of the day, there are other guns that are competitive as well. There are plenty of platforms that can be competitive to the AR as well. And actually, some of them actually have other benefits, right? If you go with an AK versus an AR, there's just something about the way the hop-up is designed, right, that it's just more consistent. It's a more reliable hop-up system compared to AR, compared to version 2 hop-ups, right? But it just is, right? Objectively, it just is, right? The way it's built, it just is, right? But again, pros and cons. You got to weigh them out. When I use mine in the last 2 or 3 games, okay. I'd be very happy with one of the MP5s too. Oh, okay. That or an MTW or an F90 GV. I really dig the F90, Nathan. I actually really dig the F90. I think the F90 is a cool gun. I mean, granted, right, that's coming from the guy that likes the unique shit, right? So when I see, you know, a bullpup gas blowback rifle, I'm like, oh, my monkey brain, all the neurons are activated, right? Absolutely. I am enamored with it. You know what? Let's pull it up. Why not? Right? Let's pull it up right here. Right here. It's cool, man. Like it's just awesome. And again, like because we had one in the marketing office that we've used for videos, for shorts, for skits, for promotional use, and it rocks, man. It absolutely rocks. Again, my only gripe with the F90, because not every airsoft gun, or I would say like most airsoft guns that are manufactured, they're not 100% perfect, right? There's always going to be a downside for everything. In my honest opinion, with the F90, the biggest problem that I had with it was the fact that the magazines are going to be proprietary. It is a proprietary magazine, and I do kind of hate that. I like it when, at the very least, I don't mind when internal parts are a little bit proprietary, right? Or maybe they might be a little bit specialized. It's just magazines that really kind of bother me, right? Like this F90, for example. You could have very easily made it LM4 mag compatible. They very well could have done that, right? I get it, the waffle mag pattern, but you could have done one that looked like it had a waffle mag shell. That's not a problem. Just label that the F90 magazine, but it's still an LM4 mag, right? You could have very easily made this compatible with LM4 magazines that exist out there, making it more tempting for previous LM4 owners, right, who may still have, their magazines available, right, to be able to just use that, right? And it's more of an incentive for people to buy the platform. But the fact that they have to buy separate magazines is a bit annoying. It's not the end-all be-all, right? For sure, it could have been handled a lot worse. That is just one thing that is a little bit annoying about it, for me anyway. For me. Best Nolan film, that Airsoft won in a rainstorm on an oil rig with the help with the helo infill. The Airsoft one. What? The heck you talking about? What the heck you talking about? The no rainstorm on an oil rig. What? Let's see here. Not sure what you may be talking about. What's going on? Let's see, how's that battery life on the Lancer 11-1? Trench Recon Airsoft. I think he's talking to that one specifically for Casper. Which 11-1 are you referring to specifically? Is the 600 one? Yeah, 600 one. It's all right. Like, it gets the job done. Now, granted, depends on the player. If you're a very trigger-happy person, the 600 milliamperage might go a little bit faster, so I'd probably recommend having like a few of those, maybe like two of those, right? That should be all right. Casper, 155 for that MTW would be supreme. Absolutely. Chef's kiss. Very spicy. I would love that. I would love to see that, right? Okay, let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing any more questions. Make sure I'm missing anything. No worries about the delay. I'm not sweating. I know y'all good despite what the haters keep QQing about. I appreciate that, Casper. I 100% appreciate. Had one guy clapping foos with a Springer pistol at a game last month. I walked across and had to give him dabs when he got me. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, isn't it like insane how there's some guys out there who, like, you can give them the shittiest gun, you can give them the shittiest Springer pistol ever, and they will still have a good, like, respectable kill count, higher than some players who like run HPA. It's insane, right? That's just a testament again to what Cisco and I have been saying. It does not matter what gun you have. If you're good regardless, right? You will find ways of getting kills, right? Obviously, can you be outgunned? Yes. Can you work around it though if you're smart and you're a good player? Yes. 100%. No question. Cyberpunk Airsoft IRL. Casper, you do voice acting too. Like, I've done like a lot. I've done acting before. I participated in like short films as well. And I like doing voice acting a lot. And I actually do, believe it or not, I get a lot of practice, even through work. Because I have to do a lot of like dub work over for like a lot of our like shorts and stuff, or for a lot of like our skits or for our social media posts. I have to do a lot of dub work over it, right? So I got a lot of practice doing that. And when I was in high school, I actually used to do like drama as well. Starting a few plays. It was pretty cool, man. Like, I actually really, really enjoyed doing drama and just performing overall, specifically like in an acting setting, right? It's very cool. I've always really, really enjoyed it, right? And I always practice too, like voice acting. It's more of a hobby more than anything. I do like practicing voice acting as well, because I do actually want to like start doing that on the side as well, just because I've always had an interest in it. Always have had an interest in that since I was like in middle school, right? But again, like I remember going to college and trying to do some classes for it, but there were so many prerequisites for it. It was insane, right? It was like almost like you had to be literally a drama major in order to even participate in some of those classes, which I found quite bullshit, actually. Quite bullshit. Right? That's just gatekeeping more than anything. Let's see here. Make sure I'm missing anything. Make sure I'm missing anything. Confirmed. Okay, answered that one. Okay, I think we should be mostly caught up. Guys, we only have like 6 more minutes left of the stream. We got like 6 minutes left. If you haven't already, you guys know what I'm going to say. The promo above my head. Don't miss out. You don't want to miss it. 5 entries per $50 spent, so don't miss out. We've had some people actually place their order. I know for a fact that we had some people place their orders during the time frame, so they've gotten their multiple entries in. They have the best odds right now of winning the shopping spree giveaway. And again, if you didn't know, it's $1,200. It's $1,200. So make sure that you place your orders now while you guys can. If you guys are looking for the best suggestion, the best winnings possible, order yourself a silver 20th anniversary mystery box version 2, available right now for $155. Right, the lowest costing prize in this box, right? The lowest costing prize you could win is $175, which is already $20 more expensive than the cost of the box. So again, no matter what gun you get, whether you get a Zion Arms, whether you get a Classic Army, you get an Elite Force MP5, whether you get the Wolverine MTW, the Octors SP1, the MCX, and ENL, KWA, it does not matter. Any of these guns that you win off this list is going to be a guaranteed victory because it's more expensive than the actual cost of the box itself, right? More expensive than the cost of the box, right? It's just awesome, man. It is just an awesome deal. And again, right now, only for the next 5 minutes now, the next 5 minutes will you be getting 15 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. So don't miss out. Get as many entries as you possibly can. There's a reason why the regulars are constantly coming back and only placing their orders during the live stream. Because again, they know that this is the best way to maximize their chances. You can too. Don't miss out. All right. Let's scroll down to the most recent comments and questions. Chat, make sure to put, if you can, make sure, if you guys do have any last minute questions during these last little less than 5 minutes, make sure to put the letter Q right in front of your question. Makes it a heck of a lot easier for me to see. What the fuck? Don't Isaias become the first American airsoft VTuber? You know what's funny? I actually thought about that. Like, I know I could actually be a VTuber. Like, I think about it, I'm like, here's the thing. I'm not a very confident person in general about stuff, right? I actually have, like, generally fairly lower self-esteem. That's not even, I don't even think it's, like, that much of an issue. It's just more like, I'm very harsh. I'm very harsh on myself in a lot of stuff in that I perform, whether it's my airsoft performance, my acting ability. I always try to do better because I know that there's always room for improvement. But when I think about, like, stuff being a VTuber, like, I'm like, man, I could do that. Like, I know I could do that. I know I'd actually, I'm not saying I'd be, like, super successful as it. I just know that I could do it, and I would have a lot of fun with it. I know I'd have a lot of fun with it. I was actually talking to one of my friends who came in the shop today, and we were just talking about that. That would be hilarious if I was, like, dress me, like, if my VTuber model was, like an anime waifu, right, style, right? But it has my normal voice as is. That'd be absolutely hilarious. It'd be absolutely hilarious if it just had my normal voice, like as not pitch shifting or anything, just as is right now. That'd be hilarious. That'd be funny as hell. So using an SM78, I used to do VQs for work as a side hustle to do some money. Hey, Casper, what have you done actually? Casper, I'm actually very curious. Like, send me DM me with some of like maybe like reels or like links to stuff that you've done. I'm actually very curious to see like that. I actually really love like talking to guys in the industry, or the guys that have done it as a hobby or as a side hustle, just to see what like again what they're using, what their setups are. Cause my setup is pretty broke. Let's see. Hopefully, I'll find a few of them. Some ways. Yeah, okay. So hasn't been the movie yet, but it will be the best one. Okay. Make sure I'm missing anything. Make sure I'm missing anything. Trench Recon is a little gotcha, man. I've been thinking about using my AG again, but the last battery I had couldn't find that good in my couldn't fit that good in my M6. Yeah, that's the only downside about like the MCX as a platform. The fact that it's like front wired, right? You gotta like wire that bitch to like a freaking like most people that I know like usually try to like run it externally too. They'll like modify it so that way they have even more battery space inside, like on the handgun. But even then, there's only so much you can realistically do with that, right? The MCX is just very unforgiving when it comes to its battery space. That's the one downside about that gun. All right. Oh man, like 2 minutes left, guys. Literally 2 minutes left of the live stream. If you haven't already, if you have stuff in your cart, start checking out now. Because time is not on your side right now. See, make sure I'm missing anything. Yeah, you should be fine with 2 or 3 for that long. Hell, maybe even 1. Yeah, it depends on the player too. If you're fairly conservative with your shots, like you only shoot when you really strongly believe, when you think you can get that shot, then I would say yeah, 600 milliamp. I've been able to get a 600 milliamperage battery last me like 4 hours of play. It was totally fine. I still had a little bit left after too. Make sure I'm missing anything. I'm tired. Oh no, I answered that one already as well. Top 3 movies: The Usual Suspects, OG Jurassic Park, South Park movie. You know what? Banger Airsoft, like in general, that's actually really cool, right? For Usual Suspects, that's actually a really good movie as well. Love OG Jurassic Park, South Park movie. For me, okay, this is gonna be the last thing I say. Top 3 movies. That's hard because I love movies, man. I really do love movies. Okay, top 3 movies for me. Fuck. All right. What do I say? Okay. I'd have to say OG Jurassic Park. It's either toss between OG Jurassic Park or The Lost World. I'll say the classic Jurassic Park. I'll say Jurassic Park. Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith. Oh God. What's the third one? What would be a third one? Oh, yeah, would probably be James Cameron's Aliens. Love Aliens, man. Absolutely love Aliens. That's like literally that. Yeah, that is top 3 for me. 100% top 3 for me. Like it's, so inspiring, so awesome. Like that's just like a near perfect film in my opinion. A near perfect film in my opinion. There's not many perfect films on the planet at all, right? But yeah, absolutely. No, Isaias waifu high cap and grips coming soon to Airsoft. Yeah, dude, that'd be hilarious. That'd absolutely be hilarious. As a 4-year fine art degree to get to that door, you have to waste so much money. We did to get in. It's freaking insane, dude. Freaking insane. No, but that'd be you know what? If I did that, then I would totally be okay with having high kappa grips. That'd be funny. All right, guys. Now it is 9:30. That is the end of the No Flight List live stream. Guys, I want to give a big old shout out to all the viewers right now that watched. Again, it meant the world to me that you decided to spend your free time hanging out with myself and the rest of the Mayo Gang. If you guys haven't already, again, make sure to leave a big ol' thumbs up on this live stream. Make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Again, we're putting out all this awesome content for you guys. We love helping you guys out. We love answering questions. We love talking with all of you guys. But again, you got to make sure that you guys are subscribed so you get notified whenever we drop new content. Helps keep the camera rolling. Helps keep the lights on, right? Not these lights because these are on a timer and this is at my home. But again, if you guys want to get multiple entries in the shopping spree giveaway still, make sure to place your orders for the Silver 20th Anniversary Mystery Box. If you place it within the time span of the live stream when we began, then yeah, you got the 15 entries, but you can still get 10 entries right now if you order a Silver 20th Anniversary Mystery Box. Still your best chance at getting multiple entries and the highest odds of winning the next shopping spree giveaway going on this Thursday for $1,200. Big shout out to everyone that asked their questions. Big shout out to everyone that that was active in the chat. Always appreciate you guys. Again, means the absolute world to me that you guys choose to spend your free time hanging out with me. Hopefully I was able to help out as many people as I possibly could. Hopefully I was able to answer your question. If not, feel free to DM us directly on our Instagram, Facebook, or our Discord accounts. My name is Isaias, and I'll see you guys all